Hello everybody, and welcome to Radio City Crit. I'm Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me today my usual rigmarole of players. Let's kick it off with the person who feels like they, who would be most likely, let's go to the person who'd be most likely to go to Mars on one of these fucking, like, billionaires, like, plans, you know?
None of us. We're not billionaires.
Oh no, you go as a slave. You go as one of the slaves.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not slaves.
Indentured workers is the word, I
Employees.
think. Which is just
Employees.
fancy slaves.
Involuntary employees.
I mean, if we need a scientist on a ship, that's probably going to be me, but...
Go on, then.
Hi, I'm Mary. I play Asher, the ASMR cleric, who have the Tempest variety, and I'll pass it on to the next when he's being shipped off to Mars.
Well, if you're going, I'm going. So, hello. I am Ryan.
That's it, just he's like, can I bring my boyfriend?
Yes. You want me to work in the fields while she maps out the terrain? Sure, I'll do that. Hello, my name is Ryan. I play Cyrus Revenmar, the ASMR barbarian, and I will pass it to the third most likely to go to Mars.
Fuck it, I'll go. I go out of boredom. Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Burrow Starkcliffe, the Satan Rogue Fighter, and I'll pass it on to the next person following.
I'll go. I'm Will. I'm playing Volgia, the Durgar Ranger, and I'll pass it on to the finalist.
Let's face it, I'm being blacklisted from the Mars adventure from that revolution I tried to throw before the corporate overlords took us. Hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid, and I will pass it back to our lovely DM.
Alright.
Who also seems to be overthrowing the corporate gods.
I mean, I'm probably on some kind of watch list, let's be honest.
Power couple.
Don't come up with the idea of why don't you just send slaves? I mean, why don't you send involuntary volunteers?
No, volunteer, they've
No,
employees.
that has already been floated. Elon Musk was like, yeah, not everyone's going to be able to afford a trip to Mars, but you could just get the trip first and then work in the company until you paid off the trip. And everyone was like, that's indentured servitude and illegal. And he was like, not on Mars, it's not.
Let's get it right. I don't think Ryan would be going either, because you can't have someone that tall on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Takes up too much room.
I can duck.
Yeah, but then you're taking up more width.
Yeah, they're gonna
shut
want
up.
Mary, you know?
They're
They're gonna want him little.
To be fair, the maximum height for an astronaut is 6'4".
Oh, you just made it.
Just shave his hair off, it'll be fine.
And the minimum height is 5'4", so
Just.
we're all included.
Everybody gets to go to Mars. And if we kill the billionaires, we'll get there before them.
We get to rule
And then we
Mars.
can steal a ship and
Out of
leave.
D&D.
Speaking of stealing a ship,
And then get pulled over
when
by
we
the
last
police
left
authority.
off,
Who wants to remind us what happened last time?
we yorded ourselves out of that hell city. We fought some mind flayers. We jumped our way onto a Tev. Did this happen last session or the session before? I genuinely can't remember.
I think that was the session.
Travel.
Okay.
The last session was purely, we have a Tev.
We have a
are
Tev.
traveling.
We yeeted into space. There were some minor issues with fires and you know all that crap. You know, secondhand Tevs. You never really know what you're getting. You think you've got a
Alice
good
got the
deal.
idea. Alice got the great idea to put the AI in it, and Cyrus wasn't on board with it, but everyone else was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's go." And it's turned out kind of okay.
It went fine. Alice was all,
not
"Do you
evil."
trust me?" And Cyrus was all, "You stabbed me literally 24 hours ago." Bring up
Didn't say it,
ancient
but he was-
history.
He didn't say it, but he was definitely thinking it.
And then we plugged Saparna into the ship, so now we have ship Sparna.
And she was eavesdropping on my trying to communicate with
She was like, "Hey, Cyrus, just checking, are you a devil?" And he was like, "No, but I have one with me, is that cool?" And she was like, "Yeah, I guess, just was wondering why there was a fucking devil on the ship." Then we got near the Umphalos. They were like, "Hey, this ship is very stolen. Did you steal it? And we were like, yes, kind of, but we stole it from the people who stole it. This ship is definitely not stolen by us from the people who owned it. There were like brain-eating monsters in there, and they were like, that's a weird story. We're gonna need to talk to you a little bit more on that subject. And we were like, we're gonna land. So then we landed, and they were like, we're gonna come through the back doors. And Alice was like, oh fuck, there's a chimera in there. Let me just run down real quick and tell them that's chill. And then we opened the doors, and then the session ended.
That was it. Yeah.
Yep. That's about right.
Someone please tell me that's not Harry, right? Rolling.
No, it's
What?
me messing by
No, it's
myself.
Mary. Harry's just going to town.
Also, in between
roll for
sessions,
him.
I
Harry, what
drew
rolls did he?
a full map of the Expanse, a full map of the Chimera, the ship, not the animal. That page already existed. That's not interesting. And a full map of Tilm. Look at this
Not that
thing.
Not
It
that
took
we'll
so
need it
long.
anymore.
Yeah, we'll need
not
it
that
when
it probably
we
looks
go
like that
back to
anymore.
it, and it's a fucking mind flayer colony, and we're gonna need to remember how to get into the Undercity.
That's why we're not going back.
We're gonna
It's a
go
mind
back.
city.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna stab an elder brain in the face. I've played Baldur's Gate 7 times. I know what happens.
How do you know the Elder Brain isn't
Spoilers.
space compatible?
Yeah, spoilers.
And it's just floating after us in its gloopy form.
Might be. Maybe you let it right here.
Or it's a
Look,
fucking
Baldur's
ship.
Gate has been
and
out for like
Harry's
6 months now.
making it
There's no
worse.
spoilers on that anymore. If you haven't finished it yet, that's on you.
It's not a nether brain, it's a tether brain, and it's gonna tear everybody's asshole open in space.
Speaking of space,
Do you think getting your asshole torn open in space would hurt less or more?
I
I'm
think
trying to
the
help
same-
Harry's segue there, but
Vacuum though, so it's just rip and then
Yeah,
I'm
but
just gonna let these guys talk.
that's
about the
not
asshole ripping thing.
that's not how it happens. Like, that wouldn't happen to you as a person. It's a vacuum because like spaceships have the atmosphere for us to survive in, and space, like, it's the same vacuum as like if you smashed open a plane window. If you were just put into space in like yourself, you'd be fine. You just like pass out and die because there's no oxygen, and also freeze to death because it's very cold. But like, you wouldn't just like. You could actually survive for like a solid 3 or 4 minutes before you blacked out and died.
Have you thought about this often, George?
I think about everything often.
That was a very detailed answer. I was just being funny, but then you went into the science of it and kind of killed my buzz.
I wanted you to know you don't need to be worried about your butthole in space.
I hope not. I'm not going to Mars anymore.
Okay.
You'll stay on the dying planet to keep your butthole safe.
Yes, I have principles.
Alright. So, you are all still aboard the Steel Horizon. Some of you rushed out to the cargo bay, where you hear the sound of like a mechanical, like, latching and things going on from outside, and something's attaching itself to the rear of the ship.
I'm picking up my pit fiend skull and strapping that to my back. I'm
I'm,
assuming there's like an abyssal section of the Amphalos.
You don't know. You've not been here before.
I don't think so, because I don't think. Are you part of it?
I don't think that are they a recognized nation?
Are the Celestials recognized? Yes. But they're not part of the amalgamate.
Yeah, because I'm not either, am I?
No, you're part of the same area. You're part of the
Yeah,
Celestial.
we're all like part of the celestial god bit.
Yeah.
But we don't get any privileges here.
No.
This is like you're like an Australian show up in the EU. Like,
Yeah,
that's kind of the
literally,
same
like-
vibe.
Maybe I'm gonna stash the
Get it
stash
to your-
Why do you
the
think the
skull
Atlas was going?
somewhere.
Why do you think Alice was going to the Amphalos to talk to them about what's happening on her planet? There's no representatives for her planet.
Okay, I just thought it might be a case of, hey, in case you missed us on the Outer Rim, the planet's dying, help. So I'm gonna try and stash the Pit Fiend skull, because I imagine that will not go well.
It's very
Or maybe a
big.
bit- Should I
I mean,
keep...
just leave it on
Dude,
the
I keep it
ship,
on me.
dude.
They're gonna inspect the ship.
So,
What are they gonna do if they inspect
I
the
mean,
ship?
I'm
There's
not
a
here
fucking
anyway,
Pit
so
Fiend skull
what
on
would
it.
Cyrus do?
I'm gonna have to carry it. I'm carrying it. I'm taking it with me.
Okay.
Maybe you can just throw like a blanket over it and pretend you have a horrible hunchback.
No.
So Cyrus just carrying the Pit Fiend skull with him. That's fine.
You don't need to be self-conscious about your horrible hunchback.
I think Volgir's gonna run to wherever they're docking just so he can
Okay,
kind of run
but that
interference until Beros gets there.
but that involves running down to the Chimera.
And past the Chimera and staying with the Chimera.
I mean, are
Yeah.
you?
Speaking of, Atlas has run down to explain to Tewa that some people are gonna be, at the door, and it's all chill. We don't need to eat them.
Sure. Animal handling check.
Oh God.
He hasn't eaten in a day.
This is the day we lose
He had
it.
some squid. He's not eating this morning.
No, we didn't feed him the squid because of
Oh, yeah.
parasites.
15.
He got fed yesterday.
Yeah, you had some supplies. You find some rations and stuff
Yeah.
on the ship.
Good berries.
Yeah,
Eat
well,
the
kind of
berries.
gives like a slow nod, and like shuffles back in the corner, like protecting their horde.
Of
eventually-
plants.
Their horde of 3-potted plants.
Eventually, you hear Serpana probably in the cargo bay, and she announces to those in the area. We have people requesting to open the doors. Are we good for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. And you see the light turn from like this like deep purple to like a green, and the door they kind of like part like side by side, as you kind of see the airlock and the veranda opening up. Obviously, this dock is probably still in some kind of atmospheric area. You can see a glass kind of tube beyond it, and you see from there, you can see the Umphalos, you see the Ure system behind it, like this beautiful like colored like purple and gold all twinkling through kind of the distance. You see stepping aboard, there are if I can find my correct tab. There are 4 individuals, each of different races, stepping aboard. So we've got, currently we have Volgir, Atlas, Tewa. No one else, I believe, has made their way down to the cargo hold.
Not yet.
Cool. Then Volgir and Atlas, you would see stepping aboard. There are 3 what you believe to be maybe lower ranking individuals who are kind of like backing up the lead. They are a human, a satyr, and a Githyanki. And in front of them is a dwarf. They all have on their like utility belts, they've got these like little small kind of look like almost like half a foot long kind of like handles, and then the other side they have some kind of weapon, looks like some kind of like maybe like a hand crossbow kind of situation, but they're no hands on weapons at the minute. Just quite a open policy as as the door opens up, and you hear the dwarf call out, "This is Sergeant Thanson. I'm just like to request to know how many of you are currently aboard this vessel."
Oh god, that's kind of a question. Volgar, do you know off the top of your head?
Oh Jesus! Give me 1 minute.
So
He's just gonna start counting his hand.
Like 13, wasn't
Does
it?
the Chimera count
Yeah.
as 3 or 1?
2, wasn't it? 2 for food purposes.
For
1
food
person.
purposes, yes, but like, does he want,
The beast can be counted as 1.
Alright. Don't appreciate
13,
the
wasn't it?
language, but 13-ish?
Roughly 13.
Alright.
Give or take 1 person.
We're a crew of 5, but we have some refugees, I suppose might be the word.
No worries. Well, if we could just get everyone to disembark the vessel, please. We'll have you lined up in the corridor here. Just need to do a few checks, make sure it all's in order.
Atlas will speak into her holostrap to Barros, Astra, and Cyrus and just let them know to gather up everyone on the ship and bring them down to be inspected.
Barros will do so. Go look around the ship for anyone.
Yeah, Asher will gather anyone who's in the med bay and usher them out.
Yep, easy to gather up everybody. No one really puts up a fight. You know, they're safe as far as they're concerned. So they kind of come down.
While waiting, Atlas will just pull out her book and be like, sorry, could I get that name spelt for me for, noting purposes?
Yeah, he goes, yes, that's, Thanson. Thanson. Astra, as you're kind of like ushering people out of the medical bay, you see, Tinkerbell and Hans look a bit nervous. Your passive insight, you pick up.
They did crimes.
Well, you know, not really supposed to be off our homeworld with the latest updates to things, so not really sure how it's gonna go, but we'll see.
It's either this or brain mush, so.
Oh yeah, no, not we weren't even really supposed to be on Chemnor, but you know, let's see.
Oh. Okay.
And yet they will head downstairs. You're all kind of lined up in the like little boarding corridor here. You can see the external of your ship's been all like mounted with like mechanical like arms which connect all over it. There are 4 in total. 2 on the front and kind of 2 on the back. 2 on the front either side of the like main like front of the ship, and the others are on like the actual like where the engines are. As you're like all kind of like basically lined up, they basically just start walking up and down and kind of going through everyone. Very kind of makes it feel like a very standard protocol. They be sort of asking for everyone's names, their homeworlds, and their purpose for coming to Omphalos, each and every one. Most of your refugees kind of come with you, or they all basically kind of provide the similar answers. However, as they are speaking, Dornick has someone he refers to as Lucienne, who you see to be a human woman. He says, Detective Lucienne, could you please take Tinkerbell and Hans here, just to one side, and we'll need to do some follow-up questioning regarding their travel here from Pukna. And you lot, and he points to Astra, Atlas, and Cyrus, and then Tylock and Sunshine. You are all, unfortunately, not members of the Amalgamate. So if you do not have a complete diplomatic visa application, you will need to have one of those finished before we can release you from the Omphalos security.
Would Atlas have one of those, having taken all of her papers and shit from her brother when she initially left?
Yes, you would have done, because yours is an actual plotted route. But anyone who smuggled
Atlas
themselves
will
in...
reach in her book, open up, and just hold up a like pack of papers.
Perfect, that's fine. If you wouldn't mind just staying with them for now, just until I can get the application checked over and approved, just so we can keep this all running smoothly.
Gladly.
Miss Stiffy, he points to the Satyr detective. Detective Miss Stiffy, can you please just go through that one and make sure it's all up on board, and then get us a couple of copies for everyone else to fill in, please. Of course, that. Looking at it right away. He comes over, takes your documents, Atlas, and starts going through them. Atlas, your documents probably would have mentioned that you were traveling with, like, other people. It probably wasn't just for yourself.
Yeah, probably.
So he'd be like, I mentioned here you were supposed to be traveling with another of your relative, blood relative?
Yes, Micaiah, we were separated.
Very well.
I believe he is here now. I believe he made his own way.
Of course, not a problem at all. You see he kind of goes through some things, he inputs some things in his holostrap, and then he goes over to the sergeant, quietly mentions a few things to him, and then comes back and goes like, Yes, unfortunately, it's not all quite in order. We will need to go over a few of our little pieces and bits. If you'd like to follow me in here, and he gestures to a small little offshoot room.
Just me?
Just you, please. Everyone else's paperwork is yet to be done, but yours is just a few minor things just to clear up.
All right. But I'm going to need to take the Chimera. He only listens to me, and trust me, you do not want that thing running riot.
He looks to the Sergeant Stanson. Make me a persuasion check. It would be advantage because of the threat of the running riot thing, but also it's going to be a disadvantage because they have other intentions for the Chimera.
Does that become a
Flat
flat
roll.
roll? Persuasion?
Persuasion flat roll, please.
13.
Don't
Someone
worry.
tell me this Chimera may not survive.
We can assign a special holding cell for the Chimera in your interim. It wouldn't be safe to bring aboard the main Omphalos anyway without special security clearance.
Do as they say, Atlas.
I can
It's
assure you,
just-
you're
you don't-
only going to be
I
in that
know
room
you don't
for a
like
brief
it.
time.
She'll
He
look
will be
to
fine.
Tawa and tell him, I'll be right back. Just do what they say and you won't get hurt, okay? I'll come get you soon.
Make me an animal handling check, Atlas.
19.
Yeah, you see Terwa kind of like tail playfully curls. But yeah, doesn't seem to make any rash movements or decisions. You kind of led the aside. Miss Stiffy
But
taps.
before she goes away, she's like, careful. He's smarter than you think he is.
I am
she
sure he
is.
is.
They are.
But Stiffy will taps the console with his holostrap, and you hear the of the door opening up. And he gestures you, step aside.
Yep, I step through the door.
So Mr. V goes in, and the door closes shut behind Atlas and himself. You see the Githyanki detectives just kind of standing now, kind of between you all and the ship's rear doors itself. As he kind of goes through. Does anyone have any intention of lying about their name, homeworld, or purpose for coming to the Omphalos?
Asher has no intention of lying.
No.
I'm not sure if Cyrus has intention of lying because of the circumstances of him leaving Abaddon.
Well, if someone asks him what his name is or what his purpose here is, does he lie? He's got
No,
about
he-
5 minutes to decide.
No, he knows why he's here and what his name is, but intentions of
what his
being
name is.
off-world, I haven't figured out what that is yet. He's working on that.
Well, he just says, like, what he asks is, he asks, what's your name?
Cyrus Revenmore.
Cyrus Revenmore. What is your homeworld, Cyrus Revenmore?
Callum.
And your
Caleb.
purpose for coming to the Omphalos?
Escaping Tilm.
And the reason for that would be...
Tilm was attacked by Mind Flayer and the Lithids, and we are here to report that.
Okay. You mentioned something I'm not familiar with. Mind Flayer and Illithid? Is that some kind of...
It's a threat. They are very dangerous, and people need to be aware that they are present.
Right. That's fine. Just make me note. Collaborate with everyone else's story anyway, just to try to glean some more information.
I've just realized what this plot is. They're the goddamn Reapers!
Not quite. But, similar
What
vibe.
Commander Shepard!
Similar vibes, but not quite.
Again, Harry played those games and then immediately started writing, so...
It just dawned on me there, and I was like, oh fuck, nobody's gonna believe us. There's a threat out there that's trying to consume the planets. Carry on.
But yeah, so if after some time, basically you're all kind of gone through, no one lies. And your identities are basically all kind of like checked, and unless anyone has any reason to protest, the sergeant will basically give you instructions like, right, so just until we get the diplomatic visa sorted out, all of you non-amalgamate, you'll need to be held just in a diplomatic holding cell until that's complete. as are you two, looking at Tinkerbell and Hans. You'll need to be held in a separate cell just until we can fully uncover your reasons for being here. And all of you who are welcome, members of the Amalgamate, you are not quite free to go just due to the nature of your arrival here with the stolen vessel. So we will need to do some follow-up questions with my captain. Captain Ziknik will no doubt have their own questions for you, whether they should do that individually or as a group. I will leave that up to themselves. So you'll all be, unfortunately, we'll need to divide you based on your affiliations. Atlas, while this is happening, you've been led off into your side room by this satyr. And,
Is this about me being a missing person? Because I would say I could explain, but it's going to be a long...
I'm just here to ask you some very simple questions. You have been reported as kidnapped by a few members of your family, and
Jesus.
This seems like you have arrived on a stolen vessel. Are you under duress by the individuals who brought you here today? Are they some kind of slave traders? Why have they stolen a ship?
They didn't steal... Well, we didn't steal a ship. Well, we did steal... We were fleeing a threat, so we jumped on the first Tev we saw that the threat came off. So we stole a ship that had already been stolen, which I guess is still technically theft, but we didn't know it was being stolen from multiple people.
Right. But you're not being kidnapped by these individuals? Have you escaped your kidnappers, or...?
I was never kidnapped in the first place. My family can be a little dramatic about situations.
Very well. You should know, as you have been reported as a missing person for this length of time, we do have a duty just to ensure that you are, returned safely to those who have expressed this care for you, unless they are holding you in some kind of duress.
Nobody is holding me in duress, but you don't need to return me. I'm not a lost purse.
But it has been logged.
I'm an adult. Surely I should be able to do what I want.
I understand that.
Not including stealing a ship, admittedly, but I should be allowed to hang around with whoever I'm hanging around with. I shouldn't have to be hauled back to my family.
I understand that. I'm just trying to make it clear that someone has expressed a worry of your well-being, and we do need to make sure that they will need to be informed. If you were not to go back to them yourself, you would need to pass on the information that you have been found, you are safe, and that you are here.
Is there any way we could put that off until everybody's at least back together again?
Make me a persuasion check.
I am not persuasive. I'm very not persuasive. That's a 4.
Of course we can.
You're gonna tell them immediately, aren't you?
I didn't say that. You did.
The consequences of your conses.
The consequences of my conses.
That's fine. As long as you're not being held under duress, we just separate you to make sure that there was no one threatening you. But if that's fine, I'll return you to the rest of the group.
Out of curiosity, if I was under duress by someone there, what would happen to them?
We would arrest them for kidnapping and probable theft of a ship. It would require a bit more going on.
Yeah, no, I'm not under duress.
Positive?
Yep, 100% sure.
certain?
I mean...
No doubt at all in your mind that you've not been kidnapped or tricked or bamboozled. Are you under the effects of any mind control spells? Would you like to volunteer to dispel magic effect?
If you want to, but I don't think I've been bamboozled or tricked or... I mean, Barros is pretty persuasive, but I don't think he's bamboozled me.
I can always admit you to a dispel magic effect and see if that ends any charm effects that may be present on you, that maybe you're not aware of yourself.
I think if I was charmed, I'd like him more.
Very well. I cannot force you into this effect. I cannot force you into this unless you want to.
Yeah, I'm worried there might be like other magics on me that I don't know about that are keeping me alive, so just like don't do that.
Of course, not a worry. That's simply why we ask. But again, if you feel like you're safe with these lot and you are not under threat from them, then we shall return you. You will be able to join your other amalgamate ones, so the other satyr and the dwarf. You can stick with them because your paperwork is all in order. But the other ones, the Asimar, the Tiefling, the Leonin, they will all need to finish their paperwork. You realize when he says Tiefling, he's referring to Tylock, not Cyrus.
He knows what an Asimar looks like. Is there any way that I could stay with my celestially inclined friends?
If you'd rather, that's not a problem. Just you will have to be present for their
Wow.
applications.
I just, there's only like 2 adults to 3 adults in this group, and I trust Volgir to keep an eye on Barros, but Astra's not great at bossing people around, and anyway.
Of course. Lead you back to the door. It opens it for you. Gesture.
Oh,
You open it.
the Tewa, the Chimera. Where? What's gonna happen to them?
They'll need to be held in quarantine for some time, just because they are not humanoid and they've been brought aboard without proper trading documents. You just need to ensure they're not carrying any kind of diseases or hold a threat to the populace on the Emphalos. They do look quite threatening.
Can I stay with them or visit them?
You can visit them, of course, certainly. They'll be held here in Osek on the level above.
Okay.
Is that just the one horn? That's the threatening bit.
Yeah, you're busy. They reopen the door, step you back out to the corridor. It's at this point that you basically are all kind of divided up. You would see Tinkerbell and Hans are both taken off together down the corridor first. After that, pardon me. After that, Astra, Atlas, Cyrus, Tylock, and Sunshine are all taken together. And then finally, Beros and Volgir, and also all of the elves. So that's all Guyana, Yasin, Fjornik, all of you lot are all taken together. There are different onboarding points. You see various, think very much like airport security, like EU, non-EU, like that kind of thing, like internationals. All your paperwork has already been checked though, so you're kind of like led straight through. And you're all basically placed in similar enough cells, so like they're not unique enough, but not like the amalgamate ones get any better treatment than the non-amalgamate races at all.
Good to know.
There are long benches that kind of like hang off the walls, kind of similar to like a very traditional prison holding cell. And the door is it's like a large glass kind of front with a sliding door, which you're placed in. There is also a private cubicle in each chamber, which can be accessed in one at a time individually. But you can't see each. It's not like each group can like see each other. You're probably in different areas. So is there anything that Beros, Volgir, and the elves would like to do at all?
I think I'll pull out a deck of cards and be like, "Go fish, anyone?"
Sure, let's go.
I'm in. Yeah, I'll sit down next to you.
I'll start dishing out cards.
But let's make this interesting. I'm going to start pulling out some silver pieces.
Sure.
If you can persuade
Silver and
Yasin to play
copper.
that game, you can take him for everything he's worth.
I'll pull out some silver. Pull out like 10 silver.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. Yeah, so you guys start like playing cards, just killing time. Luckily, you don't really have anything pending to do. You're just basically waiting the further investigation, so yeah, nothing untoward or strange happens to you guys. The other lot basically are taken to another similar situation. Is there anything you all would like to do?
Atlas would like to request a harmonica that she can play, like a real sad tune on while sitting.
At disadvantage.
While sitting sad. This is where I rolled a nat 20.
Can Atlas play a harmonica?
She cannot.
She
I
can't
was gonna
pucker.
try anyway.
She can't pucker her lips.
You can play a harmonica if you blow it. Like,
8.
yeah, you don't get a harmonica brought to you.
This is a violation of my rights as a being.
Question: Does Cyrus still have the skull on his back this
You
whole time?
also have all your weapons. No, they've not taken anything off you.
Okay.
Did
Ash
you
is
say
probably
they
as far
might
away
be
as
in
possible from
next-
that thing.
Alice will also
Oh, they got later.
sidle up next to Astra and be like, "So what are you in for?" Oh,
Her
come on, let
judgment.
me have this. I've never got to go in a prison cell before.
Me neither. Of course, when I'm in it, it's with you.
If it makes you feel any better, I could be with the others right now. I chose to hang out with you. And Cyrus, I
don't know
guess.
if- Is that good or bad?
I don't know. Maybe it just means you're more fun.
I mean, for Cyrus, not for me. More chance of him being murdered, I suppose.
I could have got him
Excuse me?
arrested, and I chose not to, so.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm kidding. Kind of.
Insight?
I can go.
I feel like the whole time two people are whispering about you, they just both simultaneously look at
I
you.
was nearly 17. I don't know shit.
So at this point that Cyrus, Astra, you also would see Sunshine and Tylock's holochaps all light up, and you see a diplomatic visa application pop up. And it's very much like a enter your name, enter your date of birth.
Ugh, these things are so long.
Have you ever been involved with terrorism?
And they ask you the
against
same
Amalgams?
question. Like, you've got to put in your date of birth like 30 times. Like, you already have my date of birth.
It takes a bit of time. To
Peering over Cyrus's shoulder when he's answering, "Have you ever been involved with terrorism?"
Leaning.
glancing at each other for that, like, hmm?
Hey.
But yeah, they it's a lot of information gathering, and it takes you probably a good 30 minutes to fill it.
I can't believe they wouldn't provide me a harmonica.
Could you even play it?
Are you sure it wouldn't be decontaminated with whoever played it last?
I could decontaminate it, and I've never tried to play a harmonica, but how hard can it be?
I imagine it would be a little harder for you than most.
Either my parents aren't only Omphalos, or they have not told them that I'm here yet, because I'm imagining that when they do hear, this thing's going to explode.
I'm hoping I'm not in the same cell as you when they arrive.
Astra shimmies.
Nothing
further
personal,
away.
just,
Closer to Sunshine. Just like
you know. I
Well,
imagine
you're
your
gonna
parents aren't going to be too happy to see someone looking like me sitting next to you.
You saying my
Is
parents
that
are
why you sat next
racists?
to me?
No. But I don't exactly give off the good friend vibes.
I mean, I've had worse friends.
I'm literally holding a pit fiend skull. How could it be worse?
We're quite a colourful cell. Big lion man, tiefling, Asimar who looks a bit like a tiefling, and then like just to throw it all in the mix, some kind of angel thing.
Asimar who looks like an Asimar.
Yeah, basically.
And me.
I imagine your parents know what you look like.
Yes, we're the picture of diversity in this cell.
Maybe they'll be proud of me for making such a diverse amount of friends. Or maybe my mum will stab someone.
Hence why I would rather not be in the same cell as you, because I imagine stabbing me runs in your family.
You met my brother. He was very nice. He nearly punched you, but he did think that you had kidnapped me, so you know.
Does anyone know if Sunshine has one S or two in it?
It is two.
Two.
Sunshine.
Those are not where I thought the S's went. Never mind. Oh, I've got to go back to the start. Oh, this is so long.
I'ma just help him with the spelling. Alice will go
Yeah.
sit next to Sunshine.
You know,
see that
sunshine
way.
is spelled with S-S-U-N. 2 S's.
Just there, like, no. So when they say sex, the answer they're actually expecting is male or female.
So when I put yes, please.
Sometimes it's not an answer.
I like it better if you think that it's a drop-down menu and somehow worked out how to put yes.
No, he put other, and then he put yes, please.
Yes.
He was like, I don't care about sex. He's like, I don't mind what gender they are. He's like, but I don't mind if they're male or female. So why would I pick
Both.
any? You know, whatever's going.
And your job here would probably be gladiator, not a kicking ass.
It was so
Taking
boring.
names.
But yeah,
What the hell is my occupation? I don't know what to put down for occupation.
Can I just put in healer? Because I do heal
Ex-soldier?
people.
Yes.
I think-
soldier sounds
I
about
think
right.
Astra, you'd be like an acolyte or something.
Just put
Missionary.
cleric down, I suppose.
Yeah, not mercenary. You might be
No.
able to put down mercenary.
Mercenary. Astra's a missionary. Spreading the word of gods as she does. When you're looking for the storm, are you looking for like a physical storm on a planet, or could it be a space storm? Because there are storms in space, right?
I thought it was a metaphorical storm. It's a real storm.
I don't know. Is it a real storm?
Well, technically, we just left a storm if you think about it. But also, I certainly think the storm might be a person. But I'm not sure on that yet.
Well,
a lot of
we kind of
possibilities for a
inside
storm.
them, you know?
we technically just left a battle, so if you're looking for the biggest storm, I know where you can find it, but you're not gonna like it.
Ooh, yeah, Astra, go fight. Go fight on the front lines like Cyrus did, and you'll be all like grizzled and cool.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll probably die.
You
You
survived.
didn't die, though?
She's lived through every fight you've lived through.
Yes, but also things there are like 1,000 times worse. Why do you think I left?
I don't know. I assume you fell out with someone, or I don't know, slept
it's
with a demon and then it
Abaddon.
got awkward.
It's Abaddon. All you can do is fall out with people.
I think she'd do well. She both
heal the people's-
heals and punches really hard. That's like one more thing than you can do.
I can heal, just not as much as her.
And that's not the one I was talking about.
I still have my weapons, Atlas, and this is a small room.
I still
And
have
you
my
don't have a
weapons. You want to
chimera.
try? I
know
don't
I
need a
have the
chimera to
physical
kick
energy,
your
but I don't have the
ass.
mental
All I need is an
energy to heal
ice
you.
cream cone.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Volgir and Beros and the elves all see someone enter like the corridor on the other side of the glass. You see
Do you have
this
any?
tall, probably like near 7 foot tall Thrycreen, who is this like bug man with green
Here's
eyes,
my new character
a
coming in.
leopard print carapace, and they're wearing a similar uniform to the sergeant, but they have a few more ranks and a few like flechettes like on their like shoulder pieces, like some big lapels. As well, kind of like insinuate their higher rank position, and they woke up and at a tap of their hollow strap, the door slides open, and you all hear. It's weird because they speak, but whenever they speak, it just sounds like little like chitters and clicks and like very much like weird kind of like
Bug noises.
yeah, like chittering. But as they do so, you all hear in your minds. Alrighty. So, look at what we got here then, eh? Some
This
little
could be,
people
pal.
from all over the place. Some little people from all over the place. Look, I've had a little read of files. That'll read weird shit. Don't really like weird shit. But, you gotta follow me, because we're gonna do this all together. Because I want to keep the weird shit to a minimum. And if you were lying about some stuff, you really would have to have some serious nuts. And you probably would rehearse it to the fucking death anyway. So there's no point separating you and doing this one at a time. Let's get it done.
I don't like weird shit, says the 7-foot-tall bug man who speaks in your mind.
I was gonna say, Beros nudges Vulgar and says, "This coming from a talking bug."
I must admit it's a bit weird, but I bet we gotta go with it, otherwise we'll end up stuck here playing Go Fish for the next 5 years.
Well, that sounds pretty fun to me.
You never answer me. Do you have any threes?
Go Fish.
Alright,
Damn it.
come on, follow Captain Zicknick. Let's go.
I haven't finished my threes.
You can play him later. Maybe you'll come back to the room if you're unlucky.
I'll collect up cards and we'll follow.
Zicknick leads you down the corridor to the next corridor adjacent, and then you see all of your allies in a similar looking holding cell to yourself. Zicknick opens the door and gestures for you all to go inside. At this point, all the applications have been completed and sent off. All of these applications are all done. Zicknick follows you into the room, seemingly very much outnumbered and isolated. But you do notice Zicknick, like the others, who had like a little utility belt with like a little kind of strange small handle and a little what looked like a crossbow with no arms. Zicknick has 3 of those belts, one across his belt, one down one shoulder, and then one down the other. And Zicknick also
This guy's
has
packing.
4 arms. And Zicknick looks pretty fucking beefy, for a bug.
That's a beefy bug right there.
Yeah.
Wait, are we also brought in, or are we still stuck in our cell?
No, he collects.
cell.
He
Okay.
brings them into your cell.
Okay.
And he goes like,
So you just
"Alright,
come in the middle of Atlas and Cyrus
Yeah.
bickering?
simmer down, simmer down." You hear over the chittering and clicking as it kind of fills your mind with this
Oh.
strange voice.
Great, you get rid of one voice in your head, you get another one.
Alright. Like I've already explained to you other friends, or whatever the fuck they might be, the story I've heard is so ridiculous there is no point separating you. So, hit me. And Zicknick reaches for one of their, what you now recognize at Beros as he draws it, is a blaster, and he points it in the center of the room, and he fires, and as he does so, I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw if they would like to resist this spell effect.
15.
Succeed.
Nat 20.
18.
What does it
I'm
do?
not 20.
I don't know. But if I'm told that I could... I'm assuming it's like
Real
Zone of
selling,
Truth
Randy
or
Jones.
something, but I know that if
What I
Atlas
think it is.
didn't know what the spell was, she would
It's a
instinctively
it's a
try to
wisdom,
refuse it.
Save.
It feels like Zone of Truth, but he's shooting it into the room.
Yeah, because I feel like, yes, I as a player know Zone of Truth is a thing, but does Atlas?
It's okay. So everyone succeeds apart from Vulgir. Vulgir, you feel compelled that you are unable to speak a deliberate lie. Well, the effect of this. And you see
What the hell was that?
that is just a simple way for me to know who is telling the truth and who is able to lie to me. Right now,
You
all of
could
you
have
can be
led with
dirty,
that.
dirty liars. Except for the dwarf. Durgar.
I mean, maybe if you had told us what you were gonna do, we wouldn't feel the need to defend ourselves against you shooting
find-
randomly into the room.
I find that sometimes catching one off guard is the best way to see who is the slippery, tricksy type who will try to dance their words around it, and I know to avoid them. You there, Durgar! Could you please explain, very, very briefly, what happened at Tilm? In your own words.
Well,
I'm getting flashbacks. I don't like this.
where do I start? I don't know what to start.
Ideally, start at the beginning, and then work your way up to the middle, and then the end.
He was born a
I was
small
born in a
dwarf.
cave to a mother and a father.
Perfect.
There were some things with Dragonborn that he didn't like.
We only have
I'm
10
assuming
minutes
you
of this
only
spell,
mean
so-
relating to
Hang
Tim.
on.
Indeed, if you wouldn't mind.
Sorry, my typing's
Okay.
fucking up.
So, just shortly before we arrived here, Tilm was attacked by some creatures that have taken control of most of the populace and the entire city. They have, I think, if I remember correctly, turned a lot of them into mindless puppets. As this one can attest over here. Actually, I'm going to point at these two. They also
don't know
have
who you're
very
pointing
spiky
to.
things they can shoot out their mouth and
Yeah,
spear
they've
someone
got
through the head.
tentacle faces, and they latch onto your face with their tentacle faces, and they try and shoot this needle into your face.
And they don't walk; they float.
Yeah.
And they render you like stunned, I think.
Yeah, they paralyze you. You were knocked out like 3 times when we fought them. I had to carry you like 100 feet.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Just to confirm,
So we,
Durgar,
killed some
you
of them.
weren't
They
under the
look
effect
kind of
any-
like this.
Okay, thank you for that.
Alice
so we
says,
killed
holding
some.
up her book.
Just to check,
We killed some,
Durgar,
rescued some people.
Well,
ran
you were
to a
not under
ship.
the effect of any kind of alcohol or substances that may have altered your perception.
I was a little drunk, but
I've
everyone
been-
else saw the same thing
I've
as
been
me.
under some good alcohol. If that is what alcohol does to me, dear God, I'm never drinking again in my life.
Yeah, we were not on any
But
hallucinogenics.
this was also for like 2 to 3 days straight.
Yeah, like we.
Okay. He starts logging stuff on his whole shop.
So,
Also,
yes, we
they
attacked them.
they gave Astra and Cyrus like weird circle bruises, and
That was when they
Hylock
latched
too.
on-
I think.
That's when they latched onto our faces with their tentacle faces,
Yeah,
because they got suckers
Yeah.
on their tentacles.
like you.
By neither.
It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Oh, and one of them tried to put like a maggot in my eye at one point. That was gross.
Yeah, that was weird. I think that was probably to turn you into one of the mindless.
Like they pulled a maggot out of their eye and then put it close to my eye, and then Cyrus
It was
killed
a
him.
bit chunkier than your normal maggot. It was like a larvae, like a
Yeah, like a.
egg.
Like a slug, but yay big. with-
Kind of
with
like a
its
Thrycreen
legs.
child, maybe?
I've never seen a
no,
Thrycreen
no.
I know
child.
what that is.
Imagine a slug with a lot of teeth.
and like spindly bits that can latch onto
Parasite
things.
looking thing, but chunky.
Yeah.
So yes, this ship was just sat in the dock.
Oh, and they bled
it
like
was the only ship left.
blue or purple. I don't really remember. They bled
it
a
was
color
purple.
the blood was not meant to be.
Whenever we commandeered the ship to escape, we encountered human-looking people, but they were under the control of these tentacle-like beings.
Oh, and they had brains with little feet.
Are any of the remnants still on the ship, or did we get rid of everything?
I think we flushed it out through the airlock.
Yeah. I mean, you'll find blue bloodstains
Yeah.
or purple bloodstains on the ship.
Yeah.
will back
Some
up
got
our
on the
story.
bedding, and I have not worked out how to get rid of it.
Of course, I will instruct Sergeant Thanson to do a quick search. You see he has a few buttons. Shouldn't take too long.
There also still might be a little bit on Tewa. There's a spot near the bottom of Armon's neck that he can't reach.
I don't know who that is.
The
That would be the
Chimera.
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 We're not going to inspect the Chimera.
Okay.
It behaves much like a wild animal and is being treated as such.
Well, if you treat something like a wild animal, it will behave like one.
Exactly. Correct. Is that everything?
Don't waste your breath, Atlas.
No other information at all?
They killed a bunch of people. The Sundered and Ligcal. Yeah, Ligcal and the Sundered were with them. If that helps anything, but
I have noted them down. These are all terms that are not flagging anything on our database.
Oh, their ships look like giant
Snails.
shells.
kind of like a
Giant
sea
snails.
sea snail sort of idea with like
Yeah,
the
like-
tentacles.
With tentacles.
Yeah. Big tentacle theme running through. What else?
As if the... so like them, so maybe they were very small ships, small tabs?
No, they were
they were big
humanoids.
tabs.
The tentacle people were humanoid. They looked like humans, except their heads were like squids. And then the ships were like big sea snails, but with tentacles coming out of them instead of...
But it's impossible
normal.
for a Tev to be organic.
Well, maybe it was just
Well-
made to look organic.
Or it's a Tev that's not been discovered or rediscovered.
To be fair, we
Regardless,
didn't know
ours
these
was the
people
only
existed.
human Tev. But I have the names of the other ones.
Sure, I can always put them through the database and see if anything comes up.
They're not going to be on your database.
Be good to log for the future.
Okay, so we were on the Steel Horizon. That's the human one.
Yes, that's the one that went missing not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the crew was commandeered by the squid people and turned into their
So
zombies.
the other ones were Nebulith, Void Whisperer, Psyonaut, and Ellipsith.
Noted.
If you go to the captain's quarters, I have logged the captain's logs up until the date it went missing.
Okay. That will be most helpful in uncovering what exactly went down. It does seem to me that you are not the original thieves. I don't suspect you for any piracy. If the Amalgamate require any information, I'm sure they will contact you. But I do not suspect that any direct crime was committed regarding the Steel Horizon. I'm assuming you, like you have said, and collaborated with the Zone of Truth, you have stumbled across it and reclaimed it from the original thieves. As a reward for this vigilante justice, due to the impounding of the tabs that you arrived on, and my lack of solid information on your current financial situation, I'm going to grant you all temporary visas to Amalgamate Space. I am quite curious on how those of you without proper documentation got here in the first place, but consider me not asking any more questions part of that reward. These temporary visas will give you approximately 6 months, which will be plenty of time to earn enough chits to chart a way out of here back home, or seek a more permanent resolution.
We're not getting that ship back, right?
The intention is the Steel Horizon will be impounded and then returned to its rightful owner.
Then I'm going to need to get something off there first.
I'm afraid anything aboard the ship is assumed to belong to the ship or contraband. I mean, it's all evidence at this point.
Okay,
Is it
but
your plant pack?
no, it's my other pack.
Oh. And Cyrus is going to whisper this to Atlas.
Okay, but there is one thing on there. It's definitely mine, and I definitely need to get it before I see my family.
It's like
Like-
a family heirloom kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's been in my family for over 1,000 years, and if I lose it, you're gonna have a murder on this Umphalos.
Think your reason check.
Is Astra helping?
Can anyone help?
I think Astra was kind of
thought I-
helping.
Yeah,
It's a
It's a
select.
family heirloom, like trying to like
Yeah.
it is
I
a
don't know.
family
family.
heirloom.
How much information do you want to give? Because Cyrus could just blurt it all out.
I am not. I do not want to tell him that God lives in my hat.
And also, are you wearing the mask or like the storm?
She's
'cause
wearing
it
her
helps you if you're
mask, so
breathing.
she's not gonna die. But 15.
Very well. If you could simply state what it is and where it is, I will have my sergeant retrieve it for you.
It was damaged while we were trying to escape. It needs to be handled with very delicate care. I think it would put Atlas at ease if she could retrieve it herself.
Even
I
if
don't
she's
mind
just
being escorted onto
escorted.
the ship and off the ship. I won't touch anything else. I just need this one item. It's
Certainly.
very important.
That's not too unreasonable if it is fragile. He presses a few buttons, and eventually you see the familiar form of the Githyanki detective who comes up. He goes, Mikkel, please take the Owlin down back to the Seal Horizon. They've left something aboard that needs to be reclaimed. You see that the Githyanki gives an order and goes like, come on then, let's go.
I will go with.
How is Atlas going to download Saparna back into the star mark? She doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, you're led back down to the...
Internal panic.
led back down as you kind of pass an area near like a stairway that leads down again, Atlas, back to the this kind of like dock area of the security system. You see in a large glass holding cell, kind of similar size to the one that you guys were in that you didn't pass way before. You see the Telwa has been placed in one. There are huge, big scratches on the inside of the glass. One of the benches has been snapped in half, and the other bench is currently a burning pile of cinder.
Telwal does not appreciate being put back in a cage.
Yeah.
He is not a happy boy. Girl, they.
If I can catch their attention, I will motion them and be like, one second.
They're like, there you
I
go.
know.
Maybe the best are left in the case. Maybe this solved all their problems. Just leave it there and never come back.
You think Atlas is gonna leave Tewa in the cage?
Oh, she doesn't, but
I don't think Taylor's
I-
going to likely stay in the cage. They're gonna get out.
Yeah, but you basically have that back down to Still Horizon. And this Githyanki will lead you aboard and just follow you around.
I love the idea of Atlas just making awkward small talk as they go down, like, so do you like working for the Umphalos?
It's a job.
Okay. What are you?
That's a probing question.
I would argue that's one of the least probing questions.
I'm a Githyanki.
Interesting. Never met one before. My first Githyanki. But yeah, she will head to the bridge, desperately trying to plan in her mind what the fuck she's going to do if she can't get the thing back out.
Hey, you see the like little AI dock on the right as you go in, the sealed like glass container, and you see that the even like after a short term here, the Starbuck is beginning to repair itself.
Okay.
The, like damaged areas have been like fused over.
Is there anywhere on this thing that looks like I can open it?
Arcana check, please.
An eject button.
Eject button, please.
Safe to remove.
get the CD out of the. CD
Nat
box.
20, 22.
Okay. Yeah, you see that there's
Alice's frantic desperation is giving her advantage.
Atlas. You see that there is a release valve. But just before you hit it, you realize the star mark isn't glowing with the energy this ship is.
Oh, shit.
You need to find a way to transfer the energy back to the star mark.
Okay.
With natural 20 looking around, you think there is probably a way to do that, but it's probably not like a single button kind of thing. It's probably a multi-step process, and you imagine your Githyanki escort, it probably won't take super kind if you fucking around with shit.
Okay, so, I have to do some stuff to the ship to remove this properly. If I just try and yank it out, it's gonna break.
Your precision check.
$16.
Make it quick.
Okay, I'll try.
Arcana check. I will give you advantage because you got a nat 20 in your last success from planning alien technology.
Dig deep, Atlas. 17.
Team, that's one success.
Oh god.
Yeah, you start going through, follow a few steps and buttons, things like that. You were able to basically like find once you see the majority of the like Serpana's energy, you basically can find a way to siphon it back through. Maybe have a check. Stand flat roll.
This would be so much easier if I knew how to read whatever language this is.
The human ship, so it is common.
3.
That one is 2
Oh,
failures.
that one.
Cool.
You like threaten to overload a circuit, and like you see like, something like shuts down. You have to quickly like offload it. Make me another check, please.
11.
11. You're able to stabilize it again. That's 2 successes, 2 failures. There is one more roll, please.
We
Come
can't
on,
do the
you
grip
bastard
advantage thing
owl.
anymore, can we?
15.
15. With a final success with transfer of power, you watch as the color of the ship leaves it and returns back into the star mark, and the entire ship goes cold. The whole system is offline.
Cool.
And then the door, like you hear like a manual release, but it doesn't have the energy to like open itself.
Yeah, Atlas will go open it and pull out the star mark.
Yeah, take it.
Alright, all done.
That looks around.
Technology, am I right?
What is it?
What's what?
That
This?
some kind of power source or something?
It's a star mark. It's what Owlin used to travel through the Expanse and send messages.
Seems like it was what was keeping this ship running.
Yeah, it's got the ship will run without it, but it kind of helps like backup power almost. They've got engines in them. They're basically tiny Tevs.
It's right. Get you back to Chitnik. Nods. Go ahead, Knight.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, you're
I
escorted
see
back to the ship.
spaghetti.
You're already brought back up to your allies. You see.
Wait, can I stop at Tewa and ask if I can take him out?
Yeah, you ask the detective. Sure. Make me a precision check.
He seems really upset in there.
Indeed.
13.
Fortunately, unless he's got proper paperwork to be here and be proven as not a threat, he'll need to remain here. Captain's orders.
Okay, but I'm gonna need to get in there with him at some point.
Do a funeral.
Actually, now maybe just best I explain things to him real quick. I should have taken one of his plants. No, it's okay. Alice will, want to go in with Tewa.
Yeah.
Let me just get that new character real quick.
Yeah, the Gith, do you want me to hold anything for you? Like that fragile antique?
Nah, it's all good.
Alright. Opens the door. And as they open the door, they extend this little thing at their hip, and you see it extends out to be about maybe 3 foot long, and it's got this like shocking like flicker of energy at the end of it.
Little prod.
And like kind of holds it up towards the door. It's like, go on then, quickly in. And you
don't
see
be
that like
scaredy
Tewa
cat.
like moves towards it, like they like threaten, and like they'll have like a standoff.
Alice will walk through.
Yep, as soon as you're through, doors closed.
I know. I don't like it either. It's gonna be okay, but you don't have the paperwork. I know that doesn't make any sense to you. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll get you out of there, okay? I will pull every string I can.
Get out.
I know you want to get out. Here, and she will go into her pack and pull out the book, Tewa's book, and hold it out and be like, you can read while you're in here, and it won't take long, okay?
So takes it.
I will get you out as soon as I can, okay? But you have to wait for a little bit.
Make me animal handling check, Alice.
24.
Fine. Over to the corner. Flops itself down. Takes the book out, props up in his paws. Takes the bookmark out. Goes back to the first page. Starts again.
It'll be like when you're being held at the circ, you know? You were in a cage for a little bit and then I got you out. And I'll see if they'll let me bring you in some plants too, okay? Okay. And then she will head out.
Yep. Step out.
Get
That
there like,
was-
that thing fucking reads.
As you step out, you see the Gith just look very confused as to what just happened. And then you see that their hollow strap flashes up, and you see that they've just lost 2,000 shits to someone called Detective Dipshit.
They totally bet on me dying.
And yet they'll lead you back up.
He's a good boy. Girl. They.
And regroups you all back together. And yeah, basically with
Alice
the,
will hold up the star mark like do.
the order of Captain Zitnik, you guys are go. You are basically currently you find yourselves like a little reception area. You're kind of like ushered through. You see like OSEX like up on the wall, and you see you're currently in level. This would be classed as level 1. And this wouldn't be level 1. I see this is actually level. Check. There's so many fucking levels in this place.
Wow, the number, it looks like it's changing rapidly.
You're in level 5, and the dock level was level 4.
Okay.
And you would see there's a little lift near the reception area that appears to go down. And you see that it must connect up to a level below.
I'll turn around to like the big crowd of people that is this group, and I'll be like, right, well, that's that. I suppose for some of you, you're free to go. And this would be some goodbye. I honestly have no idea what is going to happen next. It was nice to be captain for 2 days. 2 days! But,
You're a very good captain for those 2 days.
We'll get you another ship.
Or maybe that
But,
ship again, if we're sneaky enough.
true, but at that point we will be pirates. Stealing from the Unfollows is a little different than stealing a ship from a random dock.
You stole from the Umphalos for literally, like what?
That's why. That's why I'm not.
Atlas is currently saying in the in the reception area of the security department.
No,
Listen,
that was a different. He tells wild stories. Different satyr. You're getting them confused. Don't be racist, Atlas.
Where can we stay? 'Cause I
Sorry,
feel like
Tiefling.
we're gonna be here for a while.
You ask the reception desk.
Yeah, just a little segue, just like shimmy away, just like where can we
I'm trying to cover your fuck up. Don't insult me.
stay? I don't know how long I'll be here for.
You see, there's this like gif, not gif, this big hippo man behind the reception desk. There's like glass with a little like
GIF
few
double
holes,
F, not TH.
drilled into it. And you hear him goes, "Well, if I was you, I would be heading down to the Nexus level.
Okay.
There's some good places down there. The Star Drop is pretty good. If you like a bit of rough and tumble, or if you're a bit too pompous for all that, you could try Your Eyes Elegance.
Is there anywhere in the middle
In the middle,
between rough
Metaphorically,
and
not
Middle.
in between the two.
probably. I normally go to one when I'm, waiting for payday, and one on payday.
Right. Okay.
I suppose you want to go
Thank
really high class, you could go to somewhere on the embassy level. That's my Nexus levels -3, embassy levels -2.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Do you know where I'd have to go to fast track paperwork?
Depends on the paperwork, I suppose.
Exotic animal.
Trade, probably commercial level.
Got it.
I think so, like animal, like it's a lizard or something. So it is, kind of.
He's kind of lizard.
Little
bit lizard.
reptilian.
Yeah, Alice will immediately march off. Well, no, first she'll turn to everyone and be like, pleasure fighting for our lives with you. And then she will march off to try and excite some paperwork.
If we run into your parents, we'll tell them where you are.
Don't do
If
that.
you need us, probably Star Drop, I'd say.
We're going to the rough pub. We can't afford to go
Star
to the classy pub.
Noted. I'll catch up when I've got Tawa out of that cage.
Good luck.
So Cyrus turns to Volkir and Barros. I don't think she's getting him out of the cage. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Maybe
Well-
it's for the better good.
She's stubborn, and you know how much she cares about that big fluffy bear. So
Mm.
I think you'll be surprised. I think she'll turn up to that pub with them, her, he, whatever.
It.
In probably about knowing the amalgamate paperwork, at least 6 hours.
Well, better her than me. Let's get a fucking drink.
You guys step into the lift, and you find yourself you're in the most central lift, it seems, because whenever you get in, you see this kind of like basically map of the eye that you're currently in, and it basically breaks it down for you. You see that you currently getting in. It asks for a scan of your holostrap from anyone. Upon
Okay.
doing so, the levels 2 commercial level, 1 galactic level, -2 embassy level, and -3 nexus level, and -4 IDOC level all become unlocked to you. Areas that are currently locked off, the current level you're currently on, OSEC, which is like your current level you're currently on, which is 5, 4, which is the OSEC dock level, 3, which is arcane engineering level, is all out of commission. Level 0, the amalgamate level, is out of commission as -1, which is a hydroponic. And finally, the debris level, which is -5.
I've already forgotten what level I was trying to go to.
You want
Commercial.
commercial, which is level 2.
Okay.
If you kind of take it from the little on roll 20 down there, the amalgamate is 0, and then from there just work up or down.
We're going to Nexus.
Yep, so you guys
Yes.
are going all the way down level 3, and Atlas is going all the way to level 2. So she's going down 3 levels, and you guys are going all the way down. And you also would see, as you probably pass through some of these levels, the lift kind of like roughly shows you what you're seeing, apart from the areas that are kind of like out of commission. The commercial level, you see this big, like bustling, like trade level. There are a lot of people coming and going. Different stores. You see big, like almost like holographic projections of like different like Tev shops and weapon stores and furniture, fashion outlets, like loads of
Like
things
Alice,
that.
they're like, ooh, no, focus.
The galactic level is basically a huge open plan observation level. It seems to have like windows on all sides that just like show the beautiful star system around like that, and the expanse of the distance. You see like the twinkling of stars in the distance. The amalgamate level, as you kind of like fly through, it's just the lift kind of like just goes through solid metal. It becomes impossible to see. You do get a view of the hydroponic level here, even though it is out of access to you. You see these like beautiful gardens of lakes with like twinkling water and lush trees, like think like Central Park but on like a space station. The embassy level as well, you see it's a really like high-end residential area. You see like lots of buildings all over the place, and like you see a few more like I guess bars and things like that, like smaller things. And finally, as you sit down into the Nexus level, it is like something ripped straight out of like a Night City, like big like holographic things everywhere, lots of colors and lights. You hear the like boom, 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 boom of like a distant like nightclub booming at whatever time of day it is. And there's a real buzz and ambience here, and it definitely feels a little bit dirty. There's definitely like a little bit of like you know, a lot of alleyways around and like lots of like dark areas, and the only lights, there's no like, it's all artificial lighting, but the only light really here is all colored lights from like different like neon signs that are like buzzing and humming over like the entrance to places. And yeah, it's primarily like nightlife, restaurant, bars, like that kind of thing in this level, as the lift kind of like stops and opens up.
Well, this reminds me of the Undercity.
Astra shimmies closer to Cyrus, being like,
As soon as you guys step out of the lift, the doors close behind you, and you see like laid down like on like a pile of like bin bags, like kind of just nearby, this human man who's got like his shirt like half undone, looks like he's been punched in the face, and he's just like holding out his arm, and he's just like, you know, any spare chits for the downtrodden? Any spare chits at all? And you can see the transaction. This thing is like requesting like 10,000 chits. It's like, any spare chits, anyone? No, come on, tap away.
I'll throw him a silver piece and be like, can you point me to the closest bar, tavern?
Ah, fuck. All right, the closest one. Someone rolling in silver like you. Ooh. Star drops where I want to be. Points down the street and points to the right. First right at the crossroads. Can't miss it.
Thank you very much. And I'll throw him an extra silver.
Ah, fuck!
Maybe you need to get your eyes.
Careful, he's a human. He's only got 2 hit points left.
And dark vision.
Spare change for the downtrodden. This kind of all step off as the lift again opens up, and the next bunch of whoever's found their way here steps out. And yeah, you guys heading towards the Star Drop?
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
Star Drop's the rough one, right?
yeah.
The air as you get near this tavern is this mix of exotic alien smells. You see the entrance is marked by a dimly lit sign that buzzes intermittently, kind of flashing on and off. Not like deliberately so, more like it's running out of power and like sparking back up to life again. As you approach the door, you see it was once an automatic door, and as you get closer, you hear it like ching ching as it like scrapes open a little bit, and maybe only gets like halfway, and you kind of have to like awkwardly squeeze around it to get in. The walls, as you're gonna step in, they're adorned with like faded like space-themed murals depicting like long forgotten like battles. The centerpiece is this like bar in the middle. It's like a little like circular like island bar made like salvaged spaceship parts, like lots of Tev pieces all over the place. All of the like stools appear to be old stools ripped out of like probably the bridges of different ships, like all like big high back chairs, like big arms. And in the middle, you see currently doing like some kind of impressive flair bartending is one of these like four-armed Thycreen bugs. And you see they're juggling bottles of colorful liquids.
Is it less impressive because he's got 4 arms, so it's like a bit easier?
Like throws the bottle, misses with one hand, but catches it with the other one. Like, oh, like yeah, definitely relies on them all. But yeah, you kind of see, like, as you kind of come in, like, he gives you, like, a eye of curiosity and suspicion with his, like, glowing red eyes. In the corner of the room, you see there's, like, these holographic gaming tables, which emit, like, a soft glow. And you see there's people all standing around, like, shoulders over each other. And you see, like, there's, like, traditional, like, more card games, dice games. You even see there's, like, a digital, like, horse simulation, like, running around. In the other corners, you see that there's definitely, like, you know, these more smoky corners where, like, people are just, it's as if someone has been smoking in here for like years. There's always that hang of almost like cigarette smoke about the place. But you can see people like tucked in the corners, like whispering at each other, hushed, quiet things happening in these like little dark corners out of the way. There's a stage with a flickering holographic curtain set up for live entertainment. Currently right now, there's like a synth band up there, which is currently just a bunch of GIF. And and they're all playing like this like synth music on these like various like little just like little like keyboards and things like that they kind of got up playing there as well. And there's a little holographic dancer swaying out of time to the beat. You see all about the place there are these little mud drones who are kind of like going around. They are like malfunctioning a little bit and broken, but they're kind of like just like attempting to clean tables. Some of them you watch as they like get to a table to clear it. They just like take their arms, like smash all the glasses onto the floor as they try to wipe the table without clearing it properly first. You also see that there is a like flickering holographic bounty board up on the wall. And in a secluded corner as well, on the far side, there is a makeshift pen, which has this big like electric fence around it, and you see there's a variety of strange alien creatures and beasts kept in there. As you all kind of like step in and kind of just take in the full array of this strange place.
I wonder if we could sell the Chimera to this bar, get some extra chits.
You really think? You should let you sell it?
Like, I mean,
Oh no,
you wanna
would
get stabbed
definitely
again,
you
sure.
would definitely have to persuade her.
Well, I am not even that good. So let's get whatever drinks they offer to sell, find a booth, find our next move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a minute to digest what's happened.
I think a drink's needed.
And I'll go up to the bartender.
You hear your chittering and clicking, which becomes this like telepathy, which fills your mind. Oh, right, you. Zarko, don't recognize you.
Just flew in.
Passenger or pilot?
Well, ex-pilot.
I know the type. Oh, no, wager or deal with someone, I bet.
No, the ship is stolen. Got impounded.
Oh, you're free. Congratulations.
Could I have 5 of your house spirits and 5 ales?
I've got some ale knocking around somewhere. House spirits, I've got the hyperspace ooch. It's pretty strong, though. Or you'd be looking at maybe like some nice synthwave sangria. Or a nice nebula nectar cocktail.
I'll tell you what. Just do a couple of each. A lot of these guys haven't really experienced much of the amalgamate space.
Sure. And even food as well. Nice baseball nachos or...
Yeah, again, do a couple of plates of each.
No worries. Yeah, we'll look after you. Don't worry. Any rooms at all?
Not for now. Maybe later.
Just know that I've only got one of the rogues retreat packages left.
What does that include?
Quick exit to the back alley, just in case you need it. Hidden, not just like a window.
I don't think we'll need it just yet. We're not. We're off radar for now.
Right, Mr. Stole a ship and got away with it. Whatever you say. Zarko will look after you.
How much do I owe you?
Depends what Zarko brings to the table, I suppose.
Yeah,
How
fine.
much you willing to snuggle up? He's still flaring constantly in the background. He's also producing juggling balls.
I'll put down 50 silver.
Okay. So that is fair bit of money.
500 chits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Zarko look after you guys, don't worry. How many you are there?
5.
Barros turns back and looks at like everyone who's also with him, like all of the rest
right.
of the horde.
Are they still with us? I assume they'd.
Well, they've nowhere to go.
dissipated.
They've no like.
They're just hanging out with us because they don't know what the fuck's going on either.
do we say there was 13 of us?
So.
So
Or-
minus 1, so 12.
It's 11.
No, minus 2, so 11.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Okay.
Tinkerbell and
Tinkerbell and actually it isn't only 9 yet because Tinkerbell and
are still being held.
yeah, they haven't
Yeah.
been seen since they were separated from you. You've not seen them.
We'll pump up the extra 50.
Yeah, there's 10 of us.
No worries. And yeah, so he lets you all settle down, brings over a few bits and pieces for you all. He brings over a shot each of this like glowing. I can hear myself from someone. A glowing blue like shot. He also brings over 3 jugs of this like pulsing purple liquid and some glasses, and just a variety of like nachos covered in like strange cuts of meat and cheese, some little small burgers, like little slider burgers, some calamari rings as well. They've been deep fried. Just like a good little platter for the table.
Is it too early for squid?
Yeah, I feel like Asher's just like,
Can we take 5? I just want to grab a drink.
Yep, that's fine. We've
Yeah.
got it.
Yep, sure.
And we are back. While some of the party are down in the Nexus level, one member of the party hops off early to try to seek some answers and try to find a way to free a friend. Currently, unless you hop off at the commercial level. There's plenty of big shops here, like a huge shopping mall. Like you see,
Oh
like,
my god, you can
beautiful, like,
test flight
fashion.
Tevs here. Wow. Okay, Atlas will start asking around if anyone knows where to go to help expedite paperwork to get an animal in.
That is going to be an investigation check.
Time to investigate. Not very good at investigate. That's 6. I'm gonna end up getting caught in one of those annoying cycles where it's like, oh yeah, you need to speak to blah blah, and then you go speak to them, and they're like, you need to go speak to the person you just spoke to, and it's like, Ryan, what's happening?
What are you playing?
I accidentally clicked something that popped up, and I was like, no, I didn't mean to click on that. How do I stop this?
I would not like to join the activity. Go away.
How do I stop this?
You're watching something on YouTube.
I didn't mean to. YouTube popped up and I accidentally clicked on it. How do I stop this?
Oh my god, Ryan, I can't believe you're watching that during D&D. You
What if I leave the chat
disgusting
and come back?
bastard.
Would that help?
Don't know, maybe. Yeah, that
Yeah.
did worked.
That worked.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, sorry. Just wanted to
God,
click on
Ryan.
that.
Can't bear anyone else having the spotlight for a second.
Again, Asher's comment about technology still valid.
And I'm the engineer.
Do I get stuck in the endless cycle of, oh yeah, you need to go talk to Steve, oh no, you need to go...
hours pass of you
Ugh.
asking where to go, being sent to one end of the commercial level all the way to the other one. At one point, you were incorrectly sent to the embassy level and have to come back to the commercial level. But eventually, you find yourself outside a building, which is called the Livestock, Wildlife, and Animals Authority. And you see that they say a representative of OSEC.
Okay.
If Atlas gets this done in 2 hours, I'm gonna be impressed. Because 4 hours have already passed and Barros gave her 6.
Let's go.
To be fair, he has the most Karen energy out of everybody.
Atlas
Get shit
channeling her
done.
Karen.
Yeah,
Alice channeling all the entitlement of a rich little wine bastard. Yeah, Alice will head in, front desk.
Step inside. You see there's a receptionist, this like big, beefy orc lady sat there, and you see just a little triangular stand, like a little name tag on the desk itself, and it says O'Clock Mockamo.
O'Clock Makamo.
O'Clock Mockamo.
Okay. I will walk up to the desk and be like, excuse me.
Do you have an appointment, love?
I do not.
Oh, all right then. What is the matter?
I'm trying to expedite paperwork. I came in here today with a beast that was not correctly paperworked, and I would like to get them out of the cage as soon as possible.
All right, yeah, that's fine. What kind of beast was it?
A chimera.
Okay, that would fall under an exotic, unstandardized beast, just due to the nature of its size and threat level to the city and satellite. Just the one chimera?
Just the one.
Alrighty, that's fine. So where is it currently being held?
Level 4?
Alright, so it's already in OSEC. That's fine. Good, it probably would have been up there anyway, just due to the hazardous nature of the creature. Has it had its fire glands removed?
No.
Alright.
I
Has
didn't
it
know you
had
could do
any
that.
anything to remove its claws, talons?
Nothing
teeth?
removed, but incredibly well trained and intelligent.
Okay. Fine. Has it ever been responsible for the death of anyone?
I mean, technically, but they were attacking us and we were all attacking them, so
So
Yeah,
that's a yes.
Gray area.
How many people roughly has it been responsible for the deaths of?
Like 3.
3 people. Okay. Make me a deception check.
It's a solid 15 minimum.
Yeah, you need to start going to the double digits, if not the triples.
10.
Against it. Just 3
Oh
people.
my! Oh my god!
She's like, that's a suspiciously low number for a chimera, but okay, I guess.
And how long
Very
has
well
the chimera been in your possession?
I have no idea how much time has passed. Like, absolutely no fucking... Like, it could be
It's
a
been like-
week,
it's
it could
been
be
like
a
2 months.
month, I could
It's
not
like- it's
tell
like-
you.
Yeah,
It's like 2 weeks.
It's been more than 2 weeks,
No.
hasn't it?
More
It's
than
been
2
like 2
weeks.
months, hasn't it?
No, it's
'cause-
only it's only
Technically-
it's
Jesus
only been
Christ.
2 weeks. I think
It's only-
even less than that.
No, it's only been 2 weeks.
So much
It
has
might even-
happened.
It might even be less than that.
Because we took the Maximus with like
Yeah.
a deadline of 14 days.
Okay.
No, we took the Maximus with a deadline of 4 days.
You took
So
the
it has
Maximus...
only it's
No, you took the Maximus. I have it here. You took the Maximus when you had it was the second engine test. So I can work it out from there.
so 4 days. So it's been a week.
Missions key events. The second engine test was on the 24th of that month, and then the 30th was when it launched. So yeah, 6 days, and then that was whenever.
If I say 2 weeks...
It's been like 8 days.
If I say 2 weeks, is it a lie if Atlas genuinely believes that it was 2 weeks or longer because she is so fucked on her perception of time right now?
You could make me an intelligence check for her to see if she would recall the correct number of days,
Okay.
and then we'll judge it. For her.
D&D time.
It's so hard. It's like, you're my best friend. We've known each other for 2 days.
like this is Barros and Cyrus.
Are you sure? It feels like 7
Nah,
months.
I totally know how long it's been.
Yep.
I'll tell her.
8 days. And within those 8 days, they've been responsible for 3 deaths. Is that correct?
Yes, but again, it was a war zone. I have been responsible for more deaths than that in that time.
Okay. Again, yeah, I'm not like a legal person. I just need to get it cleared so we can assess how dangerous they are.
I know, but I'm saying it's a complicated issue.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. So what we say is, every day.
I also don't know if it matters, but they're more intelligent than the average chimera. They read some magic books.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down as a special clause. Intelligent.
Just the
How
thought
intelligent
that
are we talking here? Like a child, a baby, a wizard?
No, probably like a young child.
Young child.
Smarter than your average dog, but not really understanding the concept of why they're in a cage right now.
Is it perhaps as intelligent as a young child because one of the people it ate was a young child?
No, it hasn't eaten any children.
Okay, that's good to know. Just full-grown adults who are capable of defending themselves. That's fine.
just if this person knew that the actual extent of the deaths, it's more like 2 people a day.
More
Here's-
describing Cyrus than the
Even-
Chimera,
even-
to be honest.
She believes it's 2 people a day, because it's 3 people in 8 days. It's like 15 to 20 people in 8 days.
At minimum.
And here's the thing.
It's definitely over that.
Does it
Yeah.
being intelligent make it more or less dangerous?
I mean,
And also, does that mean
realistically,
that it
more.
it
By
killed them
Alice's
while being
assumption,
intelligent?
less.
See, does it make it worse that it killed them technically being more sentient?
Okay,
I don't know.
so I'm just inputting it here into the system, and I'm just going to wait for the results back here. Okay.
See, human.
So because of the number of deaths in the brief period of time, you did state it was very well behaved and there were some exceptions to that. However, we can't overlook the fact that there has been quite a significant number of deaths in a brief period of time. Therefore, we would probably need some proof that it's been well trained to validate that claim of yours. Without that proof, we can still push for a release.
How would I get that proof?
You would need to display it to the to one of the captains who eventually will sign off on the release.
I can do that.
Okay, that will help bring the costs down. So the standard cost at the moment, because of the 3 deaths, and because you've only had it for 8 days, but you're claiming it's very well trained, and the fact it has a special level of intelligence, you are looking at about a 3,000 chit release fee. That's just for the application. That doesn't guarantee release. And then if you wanted to rush that, generally these things take about a week. So you look at about 5-7 days or so of this going through paperwork, make sure it's all approved. But if you wanted to rush that, we can rush it through. You can do a 24-hour rush, but it does triple the cost. So that would be 9,000 chits for the same day release.
All right. Can I use my background supply chain feature to see if I would know of anyone who could help me with this?
Sure, how does it work?
From your time as a merchant, you retain connections with wholesalers, suppliers, and other merchants and entrepreneurs. You can call upon these connections when looking for items or information.
I would say you're not really looking for an item or information here, but maybe you could try to, like, you know, grease the wheels in regards to the quick release and try to get that price down. Let's see if Atlas would have any commit, because right now you're not dealing with anything that I would say would be standard for your family. If you're like alcohol and wine, totally different. You're dealing with like wildlife and shit right now.
What about having known and traveled with Klitz?
Again, not Klitz's domain.
Damn.
You couldn't call... Like,
He doesn't
yes,
legally do this.
He doesn't legally do shit here either. You know,
Yeah.
if you were in like a different area of the Expanse, maybe like shit's people like give you a hand, like Clint's might give you a hand. But yeah, I mean, if you want to just do let's just make a little luck roll for Atlas here. Let's just see if she knows anyone or if she's had any like, you know, dealings in the past or anything like that that might help
What
her.
do I roll for luck?
D20.
D20. Come on, Atlas. 18.
18? Yeah, okay, so you they kind of mentioned this like the kind of back and forth. Although you don't really know anyone directly in the amalgamate who could be good favor, because you don't really, you know, do much direct dealing yourself, like on that regard. You do know a little bit of standard amalgamate practices, and you're pretty sure that you could probably get that quick release fee down if you were dealing with someone directly, like if you were dealing with like Wiz Captain or whoever's gonna handle it.
Okay.
But you would initially this standardized paperwork that they're providing you as like your groundwork, and then from there you could try to, you know, schmooze and wing it and like, you know, pull out all
Okay.
your.
So I'm going to have to pay at least the 3,000, but then I can possibly pay less to expedite it if I then get through to someone else.
She also did imply that if you could prove that the Chimera was well trained to the captain, there would be a possible further reduction in the price.
Okay.
But it sounds like her price is going to be a set fee.
Okay.
Just for like the work.
Well, I will pay the 3,000 chits to get my forms in at least.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel like the group party luck for rolls all disappears when it goes and appears for this chimera? Anything to do with this chimera, it's always a good roll.
Anything to do with the party? No. Anything to do with the chimera? It's like 15 or above.
George has fixed it somehow.
Or if it can be lower if it's a low roll.
It's the same with the animal handling checks. Like, I will be like rolling ones, and then it comes to an animal handling check and it's like 19.
Dumb.
And then you roll a 10 on deception, and by sheer fluke,
Get a
the guy
9.
gets a
Yeah.
9.
I love when you
rolling for that
roll
chimera.
really close with deception, because I feel like it's just the fucking TikTok of like, and I look at her, and she looks at me.
I get
Oh, look.
the
It's like, you know when like you're like, I'm pretty sure this person is lying, but I don't have enough evidence to directly call them out here.
But yeah, but Atlas, you have your
Ryan.
paperwork for your release of your Chimera.
Okay. I would like to fill that out and submit it immediately.
Oh, yeah, he's filled it out for you. Like, that's part of what the application process
Okay.
for her was. So she signs it off and stamps it. It's like, I believe that, like, with all my best knowledge, these are factually accurate.
How long?
Oh no, you would need to now take this to
Oh,
whoever's
Jesus.
holding them.
Okay.
And this
Great.
should also give you the opportunity to then show off that you are in control of the creature.
Okay. Back to level 4.
Good luck. You go back to the lift, you scan your holostrap, and level 4 and 5 do not appear as viable options, Captain.
Oh, son of a...
You do see this little call assistance button.
I will call assistance.
A loud bang lands behind you as you're alone in this lift, and as you turn around, you see a circle hole in the ceiling has opened up, and crashed in the middle of the lift is this little like clockwork ball creature. It has a singular huge eye in the middle of its head, a little monocle that kind of spouts down it. You see 2 little wings flutter out from it, and these like long spindly clockwork legs and arms just unfurl from it, and it kind of stands up.
I don't know what I expected. Hello. Do you speak? Do you... She'll try in Celestial speak, and then she'll try in Draconic, and then Druidic, and then get no response, I assume, be like, I need assistance.
I believe you are looking for assistance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. How may the monodrone assist you?
I need to get to level 4.
It appears you lack clearance to get to this level. What is the reasoning?
The reasoning that I lack clearance, or the reason I need to get there?
It appears you lack clearance to get to this level.
My
What is the reasoning?
chimera is being kept there. I need to go give some paperwork.
It seems like you wish to speak to someone.
Yeah. Yes?
Please wait a moment. And then the wings, and it flies up to the hole and just like, and as it gets up there, you watch as the legs fall back in, the wheels are in, and it goes like, and just like rolls up at speed, like, and you see like ting 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 as this thing like rolls off.
This place is weird. Everything in this place is weird.
A few moments pass, and then eventually,
Hello? Little robot man?
you see the hole in the ceiling is filled again once more by this like little orb with the eye, and it looks at you. I have sought clearance for you.
Thank you.
Please attempt to access lift network again.
I will try and make the lift work again.
You scan it, and this time level 5 pops up.
No, I want to go to level 4.
Unfortunately, level 5 is the only way to get clearance there.
Oh, okay, sure. Whatever.
You must go up to go down. And then the eye closes shut. And it seems
Level
it was there the whole
5
time.
it is.
It seems Atlas like it was there the whole time. Like it just blends in with the wall nearly. It just looks like almost like a lamp, like the way it like domes in a little bit.
I hate it here. Level 5.
Yep, level 5. You ascend all the way up to the top, back to OSEC, which is the top level. You see the receptionist there, like kind of like looks you up and down, goes like, "Back again so soon."
She'll hold up the paperwork and be like, I need to give this to whoever's handling my chimera.
That would probably be Captain Zicknick.
Great. Where do I find him?
He'll be in his office.
Which...
sorry. Down the hall, third on the left.
Okay. Down the hall, third on the left.
You go down the hall, third on the left. The door opens up as you knock, and you hear like a series of chitters and clicks. The once again fills your mind with this kind of like telepathic voice, and you hear, "Yes, what is it?"
I have chimera paperwork.
Goodness gracious. Okay, fine. Let me see here. Multiple casualties. Reports of a war zone. You've had it for 8 days. Notes of intelligence of a young child. There's a note here at the bottom of a possible discount on the release fee due to your ability to control it, which will need to be shown to myself, please. But we can handle that in a bit. And also a statement here that you were possibly seeking a quick release, but that hasn't been paid in advance. Any reason for that in particular?
I was hoping you could do me a deal on my incredibly obedient chimera. We did bring you back a stolen ship, I mean...
Indeed, I did overlook a few things. Fine. Let's see how obedient this chimera is then before I make my final call. Let's see. Yes, I've got a meeting in 20 minutes, so if you can make this relatively quick, that would be great.
Sure, what you want him to do?
I was going to say, have you, have him do some tricks, you know? Prove he won't attack someone on sight.
Sure.
Let's go. And he follows you, leads you out down a level back to where your chimera was being kept, and you see the still sat in the corner, flicking through the book. He goes up,
We'll wave.
scans the lock, and the door opens up.
You coming in, or?
I think it's probably fair. You watch as he draws all four. Tewa does not like that.
Yeah, I guessed.
Tewa immediately like stands up, like hunches, like
I will speak to him and be like, it's fine. He's not gonna hurt you. Okay, so I can get you out of this cage, but I basically have to prove that you are not going to murder everyone here.
how?
Okay, so do you know what a trick is?
Deception.
Yes, but we also use it as a word for doing like a fun little behavior, like a party trick. I mean, I don't know if you would have ever seen anything like that. Maybe at the parties, actually. But basically, I'm going to ask you to do some stuff, and you're going to do it, and it will prove to this guy that you're not going to murder everyone. Got it?
Make me an animal handling check.
This is the time for the nat one.
13.
Or could just kill him and leave.
Yes, but if you kill him, then more hymns are going to come, infinite hymns are going to come, and they're going to try and kill you and me. And I do not like our chances against infinite people. Remember how hurt we got fighting not infinite people?
Fine. We'll try.
Okay, You're gonna turn to, Zicknick and be like, I don't know what tricks you're expecting me to make this thing do. Like, he's not a circus animal.
Basic tricks would be good.
Okay.
Or maybe have him stop, trying to kill me if I provoke him.
No, no. Don't shoot him.
I feel like it is quite likely someone will try to provoke him on the Omphalos.
Okay, how are you planning on provoking him?
I was going to use one of my shock batons.
And shoot him? If you shoot him, he's going to get upset.
It would not shoot him, it would give him a small zap.
Tewa, can you take a little bit of pain to get out of this cage?
Make me an animal handling check.
$24.
My God.
Fuck you! These dice are loaded.
We'll try.
Okay, so he's gonna give you a little zap
Puts
with one.
away one of his little blasters. He pulls out the extendable baton. You watch he cranks the dial down, and the large, sparking turns to much more faint, kind of what I could expect from a little electric fence, kind of like a little
Alice will go stand by Tewa, ready to heal him the second he is zapped.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal you the second it happens, okay?
Zicknick is going to walk up and is going to attempt to prod the Chimera in the chest with the shock stick, which, because you convinced Tewa to sit still and take, Tewa takes it. And as soon as Tewa takes the damage, I need you to make me another animal handling check. I'll give you advantage because you said you're going to heal him right away.
Okay.
You're taking preemptive measures here. Do not once. Go on.
I got a nat 1 and an 11!
Fuck's
I
sake.
don't understand how Atlas can be so smart when getting the Chimera in control, but any other decision, and it's just common sense.
When
I don't need that.
It's because she uses it all up on the Chimera.
Zicknick hits it, takes a few steps back.
Atlas immediately healing words him.
Very well. It appears maybe you have some control over this creature. Fine. In the interest of getting it as far away from myself as possible, I will waive the quick release fee as your discount. Congratulations. Please leave my secure section.
Thank you so much.
He opens the larger door so you can get Tawa easily.
And she'll turn and be like,
Oh
come on,
my
Tawa,
dear
let's get out of
God.
here.
Take Tawa lift.
Will Tara fit in the lift?
Yeah, Tawa
This
fits
is
in.
like whenever you go to Skyrim.
I love the idea of the
and-
doors opening to another level, and they're like, I'll just wait for the next one.
And all of us are like running straight to Whiterun. That's where we're going. George is going halfway across the map, doing all the side quests before she gets to Whiterun.
She
That's
shows
just
up
what
the,
I'm.
she shows up the white run
Before
and
she
she's
gets
got
here.
Shadow Mare. Like,
In case you were wondering, when I first started playing Skyrim, by the time I got to somewhere where I knew I could buy armor, I had already killed so many wolves in the wilderness that I was wearing full wolf hide armor. And then that werewolf was like, hope you're not scared of wolves. And it's like, buddy, I have killed 74 of them.
Side quest queen.
but
I
yeah,
want to play Skyrim again.
you eventually make your way, I assume, down the next level and search for your allies, which probably won't take you very long. In the meanwhile,
Ask a drunk, have you seen a satyr, an Aasimar who looks like a tiefling, a deep dwarf, a bunch of elves, a lion man.
is this
I
some
feel like
kind
Cyrus
of
is
sick
better about
joke?
that.
But yes, you eventually ask, like until it happens. In the meanwhile, all of you are eating, drinking, having a nice time.
How long did that take? Did I make my 6-hour minimum, or?
It would have been 4 hours for there, an hour on the paperwork, and an hour. It'll have taken you 6 hours total, but maybe travel time, you're probably going to be just over.
Okay.
Well, I guess she didn't make the 6 hours, Barrows.
And then the door opens.
Bam.
I knew it.
It's past the time mark. It still counts.
I said about 6 hours.
Don't get technical on me.
About 6 hours for what?
Don't worry about it. Nice to see that you got the bear back.
Yeah, I just had to prove that he wasn't going to hurt anyone.
Oh, how much lying did you have to do?
Cyrus
Only a
takes
little.
drink.
I will insight check. To shit.
I mean, I'm telling the truth.
Number of people killed.
Got a few zeros on there.
Yeah. So the insight check would be a 20, non-natural.
I lied about how many people he killed, but beyond that, we're all good.
Fantastic.
And let's face it, he's never hurt anyone that I've not pointed him at.
Well, that's
So
true.
they need to be more concerned about you rather than the Chimera.
Pretty much. I can't believe that my parents haven't blown this up yet. I mean,
On cue.
maybe they're
it's
not here. Or maybe they don't
it's a big-
care.
It's a big place.
And
Maybe
we're
that guy
also
actually did
probably-
work with me.
Well, we're
Anyways,
also possibly in one of the places that's furthest from where they would look for you.
yeah, I'm not sure where they would look for me. I
Not
mean,
there. That's for sure.
yeah, not here. This place is gross. My feet are sticking to the floor. I don't like that.
Now you get
Oh.
used to it.
Speaking of which, here's some food and drink.
The nachos are pretty good.
Nachos are pretty hard to eat through a mask.
So, where was I? Ah, yes. Is this everyone's first time in a cell?
No.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, kinda. Sort of. Depends what you class as a cell.
Being locked in with no means of escape. They tell you when to eat, when to shit, when to go for daily exercise.
Then, like, my 37th time.
What the fuck? What?
Being locked up by your parents doesn't count.
What about by
yeah.
doctors?
Same principle, that's for your benefit, not theirs.
What if the doctors are only monitoring you to see what the fuck's up?
Again, definitely doesn't count.
I mean, I think it does. I mean, I did 6 months in Barna for sleeping with a gnome lord's wife, and accidentally knocking over his statue. But he was more concerned about the statue, apparently.
But that sounds like you pissed off someone.
Maybe
I mean,
he
it
liked
was
the
a nice-
statue better than the wife.
I think he
Or
did.
maybe he was
It
only
a-
fucking one of them.
It was a very nice prison, though. One of the
Oh,
nicest
here, whatever
prisons
happened to
I've been.
your statue? Did that get left behind?
Yes.
Is the
it's-
biscuit snake kind? Like we were kind of trapped in that room for a bit.
I mean, that was fairly light compared to what most cells look like.
It was kind of a
No.
cell, just a very fancy one.
I mean, we could have escaped.
Tell what, how many times have you been locked in a cell now?
Three.
One per head.
I think Volga will just click on and just wait.
So,
It's in here.
Oh god, it's in the bar.
Yeah, in the bar.
It's in the bar.
Yeah.
See
Volga's only
Zarko.
just clicked on.
You see Zarko is like looking at you and goes like, if you don't mind, Zarko would very much appreciate if you transferred the big monster into the pet pen in the corner, please.
He's a service animal.
Zarko does not give a shit.
He's an emotional support chimera.
Then he can sit outside.
Can we go somewhere pet friendly?
This
Pet
is as
friendly.
pet friendly as
Corner.
you're going to get.
Corner is pet friendly.
He speaks
Just-
draconic. He's a guy.
So do the
So do
lizard in
I.
the corner, maybe.
So does a Dragon here. Doesn't mean.
Why doesn't a dragon have
he
to
also
sit in the
need to go in
corner?
corner, please. He's very small, couldn't see him over the bar. Corner for him.
Poor for
After,
Dragon
like,
out of
Bishop
existence.
pipped down into like
Oh.
her armor's like,
Ghost dragon.
I don't
Fine.
think you need
I'm
to
going
worry
to go
about
sit
the
in
squirrel.
pet corner with the chimera.
Don't sit in the corner with the chimera.
He's
He'll
better
be
company. And she will also order an absolute fuck ton of whatever meat is cheap for him because he hasn't eaten in a bit. And
Yep.
it's hard to talk to him when he hasn't eaten.
Cheapest meat is the cosmic calamari rings. It's 18 chits a portion.
I'll get a.
Unless you want to get them nachos. The nachos are cheaper, but they're like.
Do they supply pet food?
We supply
pet-
other pets.
Yeah,
in
fuck
the
it.
ring.
I mean, if you want to let him eat, he'll earn his meal.
Mm,
We could even put some bets on him.
give me 6
some chips.
nachos.
6 nachos coming up. That's gonna be. Oh, God. Why do you make Zarko do math?
Yeah, I don't think the Chimera's gonna appreciate nachos.
90 chits,
Nope.
please.
Volga is suddenly going to move to the side of the table furthest from things, so there is other people between him and this Chimera. that
Atlas
now
will
looks increasingly hungry.
offer 2 plates of nachos to each head.
Yep, they will all wolf it down. In your little pet-friendly corner, the little like staticky, like makeshift pen.
Wasn't there things in the pet corner?
Oh yeah, there's a couple things in there. Then like a season, they fight each other, some run away, like you know. It's kind of like a
I like to imagine that it's just Tewa in the corner and then every other pet just pinned up against the opposite
yeah,
wall.
yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
Right. And so,
You see a few
No.
people actually get up, reach over, take their pet out, and pay their tab and leave. They're like, yeah, fuck this.
Look, that thing's gonna start
It's
eating
like a
things.
shock lizard.
So-
Someone has like something that looks like a strange, like a very weird, like dog.
Like
so
a dog.
now that thing's
Yeah,
here.
but like a dog, but like it doesn't seem to be like all there.
I think now that thing's here and Atlas is here, I think I'm going to go shopping. Anyone
You don't
wants
have to
join me?
sigh before you say my name. I can hear you.
Can you? It's a loud bar.
That was just me breathing personally because I'm like losing my voice. So
You all have very distinctive voices. They're noted in your files.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
our
I'm
famous
intrigued on how much you got on me.
Everything that I can, which isn't much.
And that is the way it shall stay.
But I have drawn a little portrait of you. Look, there you are.
I look
Holds
more
up her
wise
book
than
with
I
a little-
actually am.
Holds up her book with a
And why
little
do I look?
portrait drawn
Why
in
do
it.
I look 20 years older?
I'm not very good at drawing, okay?
You've
You
got
should
a
see what
beard,
Cyrus
it's
looks
hard
like
to
in
tell.
here. It's rough.
Yeah, I don't even want to fucking know what you've wrote about me. Thanks.
Right. Before we
true
split,
I want
things.
some new armor, so
before we split off, what's our plan? What's Kiana? What's your plan?
Well, seeing as my home has been taken over, ruined, fuck knows. Take my girls, try to work out how to get Tinkerbell and Hands out of whatever slammer they've wound up in, and yeah, just maybe try to start over. We got a little bit of chits we can rub together. Maybe start something down here at the Nexus level. That could be fun.
Yeah, maybe we could start the Satan's Pocket 2.0.
If I can get Tawa out of prison, you can definitely get Tinkerbell and Hands out.
And pretty much that was mostly due to luck.
Maybe this will help.
You weren't there.
I'll pull
I can estimate.
I'll pull out 400 silver and pass it over.
Fuck me, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This will definitely help us get the ball rolling.
Well, that's the least we can do, considering you put us up more than you probably should have back in Tilm.
I was sympathetic to the cause.
Well, it was appreciated.
I appreciate this as well.
Maybe we'll come back and visit your new establishment.
Sounds good. I look forward to welcoming you in. Gotta find somewhere.
Maybe the barkeep knows somewhere.
Yeah, we'll have a little sniff around. Try to find somewhere a bit derelict or, in need of a bit of a freshen up. Somewhere cheap the rent, Get the ball rolling. That should be interesting.
What about two freedom fighters? You sticking around?
Team Freedom Fighters.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is. Fjornik? To be honest, yeah, just getting the safety was my number one priority right now. There's a bounty board over there, big guy. Maybe get some jobs, get some money. See what we can do.
I mean, if you're finding your own feet, then I extend the same generosity. Have 400 silver. It's the least we can do. I'm sure the group can agree.
Yeah, we sort of destroyed your home a little bit. Kind of.
I don't think that was your fault. I think you probably saved us. At the very least. Well, I will take the money.
How much?
Like, that wasn't your fault, but I will be taking that money.
No, I'll turn to Cyrus. So whenever we were dealing with the vault, I basically took whatever was left. After Atlas filled her backpack, I managed to fill mine. So, and that reminds me. And he will pass a 300 chits to Astra, Cyrus, and Volga. There's 300 silver, so it's about 3,000 chits if you want to convert it.
Yeah, I'll just put it down as silver, just so I have
I'll
coin on me.
What I'll do is I'll just split mine up and give it back to Astra and Cyrus. Just say I think I'm good for the moment with all those hollow straps. So make it 450 each.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate it. But it's pretty much a group fund at this point. I don't really... have any means or way of going out by myself, so I figure I'll stick around with you lot. What's the next plan, though?
Well, keep the silver, and you can put it towards maybe some new armor or a new axe. It's good to have
Should
silver
probably
in,
go
Shield.
face the music at some point. I mean, I'm here, so
Yeah, well, it's been a hectic past couple of days. I think taking some downtime would be good for all of our sakes, even if it is just taking a night to recover, maybe get some new equipment.
yeah, it'll
Before-
probably take him a night to track me down anyway.
Who's
Well,
tracking
they-
you down?
They tracked you pretty far when you were off-world. Now you're on the same station. I doubt it'll take them that long, but still. No harm in taking the rest while you have it.
Hey,
Other thing is, we're kind of stranded here for the time being, unless we can figure out a way of getting another ship or charter a course off here.
I don't even know where to go from here. I mean, I was following my original plan, and then the new plan was just try and get coin to get back on the old plan, and then now Saparna's here. Oh, I got her off the ship, by the way.
Oh, good.
Good.
Nightmare, those controls. Not
Does
very.
Does she have any insight on what to do next? I'm pretty sure these guys think we're crazy.
Alice will pull off the mask and pull on the Stormhawk.
You see that the star mark is not quite functional yet. It's still a little bit damaged. But looks like Serpan is at least more stable. Looks like the actual flight system is still offline though. You hear
Sorry, I had to unplug you there.
It's alright.
We're a little bit stranded and we don't know where to go next. I was wondering if you had any godly idea.
Well, I've not detected any of shards since we've come this way.
Honestly, a little bit reassuring.
Right now, just
Why don't they know what... Nobody knows what Illithid are.
they are very.
They like almost predate the gods from what Faith told me.
Not wrong. I can hear him. I don't think he can hear me when I'm in your head. But
What,
No, I was replying to Atlas.
Mr. Pan then replies this time because she can hear it. But
What Faith told you? You're who?
Oh, it's an ASMR thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we all have like a person. we
Alice
know.
will look to Astra like to explain.
We have a guide person that we talk to. Helps us on our way for things. Kind of like your Darmark, a little bit, but person form.
Did everyone know that Asimar had a little guy in their head, or was I just meant to find that out on my own?
They're not in.
They're not in our.
They're not in our head. They're in a different location, but there's a telepathic communication thing. Look, don't read into it. It's just, you know.
I am
it's a
reading
thing.
deeply into this.
They come to us in our dreams if we need seek guidance or whatnot.
What the?
They're like spirit guides.
I mean, each of you, every single one of you has something that you talk to that's not real. So don't come at me like I'm the only one here that doesn't speak to anything in my head or my sword or in the backpack.
Your witch, I do need to get this.
Trust me when I say you're the lucky one here.
So you just have like an angel on your shoulder guiding you?
Angel's putting it nicely.
Kinda. I guess. They're always cryptic. Very cryptic. Well, mine is. Maybe not. I'm just stupid.
Safarna, did you know about this?
about the Asimov's connection to the Celestials? Yes. We made them.
Why
They
didn't
don't-
you give anyone else a cool little head buddy?
It's not really how it works. It's just the connection, the way the Asimar are created. They're not born like you are. They're born, but they're not born like you are.
I wasn't born at all.
Hatched, then. If you want to know more about the Mind Flayers and Illithid, find a Modron. Ask them about the precursors.
The precursors, got it.
I think
Modron is that little guy in the lift, right?
maybe I heard a voice, but I couldn't see because you had me in a backpack.
You are a backpack. It had one eye and wings and...
Yes, that's a monodron. That's one of the lesser forms. There are much much bigger ones as well. I doubt you'd see one though.
Okay.
Before we tackle the Illithid problem, the other reason was you wanted to come here to speak with the council.
I did, yes.
So maybe we should see about how one gets an appointment.
Yeah, I had one, but I missed it.
So in order to follow up on that, I guess we're going to have to speak to mother and father.
Well, I mean, I might need to be able to just speak to the council directly, but if I start hanging around where the council is, I'm imagining that I'm going to run into my mother and father anyway. So probably better to find them before they find me.
Do you want me to put out a message to them that let them know where we are, or would you want to meet them somewhere else?
I mean, do you
Well-
guys want to try and buy some new armor and get a decent night's sleep before you get a...
I think so.
It would be preferable, yes.
Okay, well, let's
That's why I
try
wanna
and do
go
that.
shopping.
And if you hear me screaming in the middle of the night, it means my mother is murdering me.
And if you hear us scream, it's because your mother's murdering us.
She wouldn't murder you, Astra.
Me, on the other hand, is a high possibility.
My father wouldn't let you murder you. Honestly, the most
Because-
risk out of all of you is probably Barros. She doesn't appreciate Satyr's reputation, and she has a deep dislike of pirates.
See, I'm the favorite. I'm the favorite. I told you.
You are a privateer from now on.
Oh yes, privateer. What's
We-
privateer?
They're basically they're ship.
They're legal pirates.
Yes.
Legal pirates. You can be a legal pirate.
Well, they don't
Well, the
steal, they more,
They steal for authorities rather than they steal
Yeah.
for...
Oh right. So I get the fellas to sponsor me to be a pirate.
Something like that.
maybe
No,
just
we don't-
tell
we
them you
don't
used
have
to
to
be
actually-
a ship captain. Definitely don't tell them that you've tasted their wine.
Oh, but
Well,
it's so
you
good.
give us their wine, didn't you?
Yeah, we did try some back on Tilm. Well, regardless, mother, not a fan of pirates, but my father is a great fan of Aasimar, so...
Fantastic.
Trust me. Long, long celestial lessons when I was a kid.
Likewise, but, okay.
So, first things first, Cyrus sinks his drink. Let's see about getting some new equipment and then finding some rooms.
I do not want to sleep here.
That's
we'll
why I
go-
said we will
We'll go
hunt.
to the posh one.
We will shop first.
I don't care if it's posh, but just when I lift my foot, it makes a slop sound.
Wear shoes.
I'm
You are
wearing
also
shoes.
sat in
They're getting
the
stuck.
pen for pets.
Well,
then you're
they wouldn't
fine.
let him sit anywhere else. And again,
That's
I don't
your
think they're
fault
going to
for
let
getting him
Tawa
elsewhere.
sleep in my room if we stay here.
I don't think they're gonna let Tewa slip in your room wherever we stay.
Well, maybe the other place has fancier pet corners.
I'm not roaming around all night just so you can find a pen that Tewaf finds acceptable.
Maybe one of them will have a stable or something.
Okay, first
She
off,
looks at
armor
Tawa and is
stuff.
like, you do make finding accommodation a little awkward. Gotta find a way to disguise you as a dog or something.
He is too big to be a dog.
I don't know how big dogs get, Cyrus.
Normal dog sizes. To be fair, I don't even think I know what a dog is because I didn't grow up on a planet with dogs.
Well, Cyrus, the closest you would have would be a hellhound.
They get pretty big.
okay. He is still too big to be a dog. Like, they're slightly smaller, you know.
Well, maybe.
Still
I think a
to be
hellhound's
fair, but-
large. No,
There you
hellhound's
go.
medium. No, hellhound's
Oh
medium.
no, he's
Yeah.
too
He
big
is
to be a hellhound. I don't know how big dogs get, okay? The biggest dog I've seen was like me-sized.
Well, you're pretty small, so that's actually kind of fair. But Tewa's like 3 of you.
I think he's more like 5 of me.
Makes
Okay.
it even worse.
Well, maybe we could disguise him as 3 different dogs.
Or as a horse.
Yeah,
Cerberus are not things to be trifled with.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big 3-headed dog. It's like a hellhound on steroids.
Oh, why don't we say he's one of those? Do people keep those as
Because
pets?
No, they are very dangerous.
That's
they're
what
like
people
war
said about the
dogs.
Chimera.
And they were very right. They were very right, Astra. Bliss. They were very right. Astra, back me up here.
He's not dangerous. Look at this face. And she'll reach over and just start like
I don't care how much
probably
you
on
Google his
Merlot because
face.
he's very fluffy.
Merlot starts purring loudly.
Look at that face. He's not
Something
dangerous.
was suppressed. Something she's
The
not going
most non-lethal version of him is the goat, and I'm pretty sure the goat's killed the most. Don't look at me like that. You know what you've done.
Look,
We're sure the
just
goat's
because
eaten the most as well.
Marsan is a giant goat head with canines doesn't mean he's dangerous.
His 3 feet long horns would suggest otherwise.
Maybe you're just jealous. Maybe
Oh,
you
the
got
better
horn
to hit
envy.
you it.
The fucking goat just mocked me.
And
Right. Let's go before we instill Atlas's delusion anymore.
my
Yeah, let's get some
delusion.
equipment. Delusion gets up.
My delusion of what?
So many things.
But that chimera makes an appropriate pet to go anywhere with.
I'm sorry. Turns out that the War City didn't have many ponies and kittens available.
Probably because the chimera ate them all.
It did
Right,
have
let's
some
go.
dogs, though.
Which I tried to befriend and tried to attack me.
Yeah, so you know how big a dog is, which means you know he is very much not a dog.
I don't know how big dogs can get.
Not much bigger than what
I know
we
they
saw.
can get real tiny. Maybe they can get real big too.
We'll figure out a way to get him real tiny.
Okay.
Reduce only
kids,
works
let's
for
just
like
chip it out.
30
we got some
seconds.
armor and stuff to get. We need to.
Maybe if I hid 2 of his heads under a cloak.
No, because then it'll just be one really big goat wearing a cloak. Which is also suspicious, not to mention the wings and the tail and the lion claws.
Goats have tails, I think.
They don't have claws. Or wings.
Ghosts don't have wings.
No, don't goats. What kind of planet did you grow up on? And I grew up in hell!
On that note,
I mean,
let's go, Cyrus.
apparently my planet was a heaven before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you guys leaving the star drop behind?
Yeah.
You're gonna see
Yep.
I think Volga's given up and we're just walking out.
Bickering as
Wait,
we
wait.
go.
So the only
Yeah,
other
sure, it's fine.
tavern that you guys were given like information on was Uri's Elegance, which after a little bit of searching does stand out a tad in the heart of the Umvalis' Nexus level. It boasts around it an atmosphere of elegance and opulence. You see, it has this like beautiful like where it's made of all the same metal as like the rest level, but it's been polished and individualized with silver
Vibe.
in comparison.
And here
You
we come
see-
with sticky souls.
You see soft ambient lighting kind of coming from inside the door, which opens like smoothly and well oiled as it does so. And inside you see this human doorman in there who's manually operating the doors, dressed in like formal uniform, a little hat, and it gives a little practice curtsy as you step inside. Hello there, welcome to your eyes elegance.
Do you allow pets?
It depends on the size of the pet, ma'am.
Just
Jeez.
as a towel.
Hello. They are quite large. Are you looking for a room this evening?
We are, yes.
Indeed.
Many rooms, I suppose, unless we're sharing again.
Unfortunately, we would not be able to allow them in the main crystal bar area or the art gallery. But you could, if you were to take out one of the more luxury rooms, we definitely could accommodate for them up there.
And what's the price looking on a luxury room?
Please allow me to check, ma'am. You would need at least one of the Interstellar Executive Retreats. But are all of you together?
Yes.
Yes.
Depending on how you feel amongst each other, there's also the penthouse available. An Interstellar Executive Retreat would do 2 people, and it is 200 shits per evening, and the Cosmic Concert Penthouse is 300 shits. It also is intended to do 2 people as well, but it does have various sofas and things like that.
Do we want to pull our money together and get a penthouse?
I'm up for sharing.
Sure.
I can sleep on the sofa.
I
That's fine.
sleep sitting
Yeah.
up,
Good
so
idea,
as long
Ralph.
as there's a chair in there, I'm good.
Certainly. He will,
Olga, if you want to sleep in one of the bedrooms, unlock it to put you on the other side of a door from the Chimera.
I don't think a door will stop that thing, but
No, but at least you'll have a bit
appreciate
of
it.
warning before it eats you.
I appreciate that.
yeah, if you guys want, it's 300 shits to pay for the Cosmic Concierge Penthouse, if you'd like.
How are we splitting it?
Was it what is it? Divide by 5 or dividing by 6?
It's
If
fine.
we
I'll get
divide
it
by
for-
6,
I'll
I'm
get
okay
it for
paying
this night.
Taylor's share.
I'll get it for the night.
Yep, so Barros will cover it. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he will gesture to a lift just to the right as you kind of come in. And you see another set of double doors beyond him, must lead to the main bar area. And he goes like, after you've left your pet in the room, you are welcome to return back to the main bar if you like any food. We also do offer room service if you'd rather have that, but it does incur a trade charge.
Excellent.
Is the elevator big enough to fit the Chimera, or will he have to take the stairs?
No, he'll fit. You get in. He
You can get a separate elevator if you'd like.
presses a few
I
buttons.
was just thinking of accommodating your pet.
He presses a few buttons to hollow strap, and you hear the lift prepare to get ready to move. He goes like, whenever you're ready, just press the central button.
Push.
Boop.
Doors close. You guys ascend up to the top floor, which is only about 4 stories up here. But as you kind of get out, you kind of see this beautiful, like, glass, like, foyer area. You see this, like, beautiful, like, you look over the kind of, like... And from this high up, the Nexus District looks quite nice. It's
I'm gonna turn
colourful,
around.
it's vibrant.
As we're exiting, before we exit, I'm just going to turn around to Atlas and just go, you need to tell Tewa that he cannot hoard. None of this is ours.
And the lift goes straight up into the penthouse, and you see this beautiful, like, big living space, plush sofas, big glass tables, like a huge, like, little kitchenette as well. You see through a set of doors which are currently open, there's this beautiful, like, 4-poster bed. Windows on the far side as well, kind of overlooking the rest of the Nexus level. There's like also a bathroom around the corner, huge big bath. Like, it's a
Bagsy
big
first
space.
bath. I felt
Where?
like I haven't had a bath in days. I don't think I have had a bath in days.
Olgir, I'm gonna leave the skull in your room. I don't feel good about, 1, leaving it near the Chimera, given that it does things.
Out of curiosity, does it speak?
No, it hasn't talked to me yet. I tried writing a note to see if it would respond, and Cyrus will pull out the page with the pen that says, "What is your finished business?" Is there a response? Because I forgot to check. Yeah, he hasn't got back to me yet. I guess he's
checking.
Skull
Well,
angrily trying to write, but the pen's in his pocket and he can't get it out the pocket.
You wrote it in common or in infernal. What did you write it in?
probably would have wrote it in Infernal.
So it's
I
just
don't
a
think you said that.
horrifying,
I think you just
No,
said
okay,
he
so-
writes.
Yeah,
just a
so I'll
horrifying
set-
demonic script.
I will set the skull down and I will rewrite what is
flip
your
the page
unfinished business. Flip the page over.
Yeah.
What is your unfinished business in Infernal, and then set it down, and then set the skull next to it.
Make me a Ruby 20.
15.
So you wrote in infernal is your...
I still really wanted to just write back, go fuck yourself.
He's gonna be like that. I'll sell him. Screw getting him back to his home world.
Okay. In the word unfinished, Cyrus, some letters burn away, and you're left only with the letters UNNSED. Actually, it would just be UNNSD. Is left.
UNNSD.
The other letters all get burned away.
Yes.
Let's get my scrapbook. UNNSD.
Mhm.
I'll write. What does that mean?
No.
Well, that's helpful.
Maybe you need to write the alphabet out for it a few times. Or not talk to the death skull.
So Cyrus, yeah, so you be left with UNNISD. That's it.
ISD.
That's exactly what you're left with. Burns away all the other
Like-
letters.
I have a suggestion as Mary, as Astra. No.
No. Astra's suggestion is get rid of the devil skull.
It's in infernal.
Mary's
so...
suggestions get like a
Does anybody else read Infernal?
Nah.
the Ouija
No, I'll
board,
say
the-
it doesn't look like it makes sense. Like that alone doesn't really make sense.
Okay. Cyrus is then going to write out the alphabet.
Okay.
In Infernal.
Sure.
Volgir's just like leaning over, being like, "What the fuck is he writing? Is that a language?"
The thing is, Volga speaks a lot of languages. And
Does he
this is
speak
just
Infernal?
no, this is just one of the few he doesn't speak.
Okay. You write down the alphabet a couple of times. How many times you write it out?
Probably twice.
Atlas goes for a bath and comes back looking like the fucking
floof.
wet owl image.
Cyrus, are you ready to write down what? Are you ready to write down, Cyrus? What's left on your page after some letters burn away? Cyrus, about 4 letters burn away, 3 on the top row and 1 on the second row. It's the same as the last time. 4 letters burned away again. So you're left with A, B, C, D, E, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Is it the ones that
You maybe want to send a picture of that, or okay.
No, I'm not even writing that down because I can't decipher that.
The letters missing on the first row, Cyrus, are F, I, T, and on the next row, the only letter missing is H.
5.
5.
That's. Oh fuck. Is there like a side room or something?
I mean, there's 2 bedrooms, isn't there?
No, there's one like double bed. Is
Ah,
like the
okay.
intention. It's like the hedge is like a big penthouse.
Oh, okay.
Is there like an upstairs? Is there like how many bathrooms is there?
There's probably like a large bathroom and like a small ensuite as well.
Cyrus will go into the ensuite.
There's also a little balcony area if you wanted to go out like onto.
Yeah, I don't want to get possessed on a balcony. Cyrus
But
puts
getting
the seat
possessed in a
down,
bathroom is better.
puts the seat down, folds the lid down.
You're
sits
in there
on
like
it,
screaming, and everyone's like, "Man, that is a rough time he's having in there."
What was it that nachos?
holds the skull, and just like closes his eyes and just thinks, Fife.
Who does number 2 work for?
You're thinking Fife with the intention of contacting Fife, or for the intention of trying to communicate with this skull?
Communicating with Fife.
Okay. Try it.
Hey, dude, is this yours?
Hey, dude, you dropped
Roll
this.
me a d20.
Five's busy right now. We can't come to the dream.
He might be busy. That's a 3.
You know that normally these kind of things normally put themselves more as dreams or daydreams or something like, it's hard to shake yourself into them.
Yeah.
Please leave the message after the beep.
Please leave a message after the screaming of 1,000 tortured souls.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do in the interim? Or are you happy just to bed down and there's plenty of like space to like.
Atlas is
find
going to
sofas
go
and
out
chairs?
and look for some plants to buy for Tewa.
Sure.
Tewa can come if he wants.
Pick his plant.
Yeah, if you ask Terra to come, Terra will come with you. Otherwise, Terra will stay in the room if you ask them to. They establish it as a safe space and they can leave if they need to.
Okay.
So like they're like happy to remain if you'd rather not draw the eye of the crowd.
Yeah, I'll go by myself then.
Anyone else going out, or are everyone else staying in?
I think if people are heading up to the commercial level, then maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll head
That
to
is
the
my
commercial, but
plan.
I thought it was late at night, so I thought we were going to go.
Same.
This city, this
It's an
Valor,
airport. Nobody
it
ever
doesn't really
sleeps.
seem to stop. Like, it never.
It's an airport.
Okay, to our body clocks, do we feel tired?
You guys at this point, it has been. You got in here. You kind of. I think you traveled overnight because you guys slept whenever.
Yeah,
you were,
we slept and then
yeah.
arose here.
Yeah, so I think you probably have been traveling for a while. I think your own body clocks are like 7 p.m.
We can shop for a few hours.
So you can leave Tewa in the room.
I'm gonna bring you some
Yeah.
plants, but you can't have anything in the room, okay? You can use it, but that's not how hotels work. You gotta give it back eventually.
But here.
You can stay here, but we're gonna keep moving eventually, so you can't keep anything in here.
Animal handling check.
Wait, do I get advantage?
You're
Because I
telling
fed
not
him
to
recently.
hoard.
Flat roll because he wants to hoard shit.
Okay.
10?
10.
You're not sure.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Come back, everything's in a big pile.
Cyrus steps out of the bathroom and everything's just piled into the corner with Tewa sitting on it.
Cyrus, are you staying? Or are you
After if it feels, he will probably just like set the skull to the side, close the room door, lock it if possible, and then join the others.
Yeah, cool. So
Yeah.
you all step out and do some shopping. Lovely. Yeah, so you all head back towards the elevators, which like you're kind of getting a bit more familiar with. You see Atlas, one of these little modrons, these little monodrones, like in the roof, eye closed, not looking at anything. So obviously the eye is shut. As you ascend up towards the commercial district.
I'm going to start looking for plants, specifically jungle plants. If anyone knows where the fuck a chimera comes from, that would be helpful, but you know.
Okay.
Cyrus is going to put his medal back on.
While this is all happening, opting not to ask the monitor any questions, you step out in the commercial district.
Look, we can deal with that another time. I just want to buy some plants.
As you step out in the commercial district, you start looking around for some plants. Atlas, your hollow strap lights up.
There it
and
is.
You hear the voice of Micaiah saying, Atlas, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay. I think Mom and Dad are going to want to see you.
Can I sleep first?
If you hide,
What level are you on?
we're on the embassy level.
Okay.
Mum went
So we're
straight
not going
to
there.
security once the report came in, but you'd already gone. They said that they sent you to the Nexus district. She ended up going straight there. I think she ripped that level apart. Looks
God.
like you weren't there either, because she's just come back. Maybe about an hour and a half ago she'd been in the door. She just keeps yelling at me and Dad to keep trying to contact you.
On a scale
Didn't
from
find the
eye
penthouse,
twitching
did
to
she?
feather molting, how mad is she?
I've not seen her molt any feathers yet.
Okay, then I've still got at least another 20 minutes to get out of here. How's
You do
Dad
realize we're
holding
gonna
up?
have to go back for the chimera.
How are you holding up?
No.
Micaiah, tell me you didn't give them what I gave you. Very aware people are around her.
We can hear this, can't we? Because it's like a
Yeah,
phone call.
yeah.
That's what
I
you
I
think
think eyes are all staring.
The book?
Yeah.
I didn't give it to them.
Oh, for God's sake.
Mom might have found it.
I told you to hide it.
I did. It's Mom. Have you ever tried to hide anything
Yeah, okay.
from Mom?
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm still with the group. Made a new friend. They're gonna love them. I'll see you in 20 minutes to 8 hours, depending.
Yeah. You're alright. And in the background you hear, Micaiah! Micaiah, is that her? Micaiah!
Oh, God.
Gotta go! And the connection just like ends.
Dare I ask?
Anyway,
So, what book did you give your brother?
Is there something you need to explain?
no, there isn't anything I need to explain.
Insight.
Insight.
Did you give
She
your mother
looks at me.
that present? No,
Am I looking?
Oh, you're lucky.
Everybody
8 on
knows.
session. She's lying out of her ass.
What
Any,
book? Atlas.
Volga's gonna uncork a bottle out of his bag and just start drinking at that point.
I was just going to turn to Alice and be like, no, not the prostitute book. That was our prized possession.
I just felt like he needed a little light reading, okay?
Let me see the
Can
documentation
I
you
make a
have on me,
deception
out of
check with
curiosity.
advantage because Barros has given me an out?
Cyrus Volga's just gonna hold a
I
bottle
think
of
you've
decent
already
wine
been
at you.
rumbled. I think Beros not understanding is not enough to
Oh well, I'll try.
infer what everyone else has already sussed out, you know?
Well, I'm
did
going to
mention
go
a
buy
book
some exotic
yesterday.
plants. If anyone would like to
Or
come,
No, we didn't mention it.
anybody
You were
interested in exotic plants?
I would be, but after you sold that book gave it away, a prized possession. You know how many prostitutes were in that? I'm so angry at you. I'm going
just
to
shoves a
go
bottle
buy a
of wine
gun.
across his chest.
Volgir, let's go get some armor and weapons. I think we might need it.
Yeah.
And
so
Cyrus
let's
is
go.
just gonna walk off.
Yeah, I'm gonna storm off relatively quickly.
I'll follow and be like, what do we need weapons for? I already have weapons.
Yeah.
I think Atlas just gave her parents every bit of detail that she had on us.
Hey, you could not
And how
infer
to
that.
kill us.
There is no way you
he's-
can infer that from insight.
No.
She gave a book about something, and I'm still with that group.
I'm still with the group, she said, not that group. All you know is that she wanted to make sure her brother hadn't given her parents, and then he said the book.
Yeah, the book. It's a book.
That's all you would
A
know.
book on
To
the
be
group.
fair, no, she never said about the group. And maybe
She didn't.
Because Mackay didn't know what was on it. Because Mackay just said the book. Because he wouldn't have read it. 'Cause he
Atlas gave her brother something that she doesn't want us to know about.
But,
I'm suspicious.
But also, Cyrus, important note, Atlas still has her book with all the information about you on it. She just showed it to you a second
Yeah,
ago.
you saw it earlier with the pictures and everything.
So that's something also to
Suspicious.
bear in mind. when
Just
you
doesn't, don't know there's a second copy out there.
You would have to then make that leap of say, like, she must have copied it.
To be fair, it's probably just one of those smut books she was given to narrow.
And why would that be a concern if she found that? Oh no, the brother's reading smut.
Maybe.
What could she have given to her brother that is so terrible?
I told you, the name of those prostitutes.
They're not gonna give shit about prostitutes if they're tracking her halfway across the universe.
It's got contact details, addresses. It's information about her.
They deal with wine, not sex trafficking.
Let me just
To
ask
be
this
fair, there were
question.
43 prostitutes in that book. That's a significant
Why is
amount of
it-
prostitutes.
Why is it only an issue now that we're all here together? Why was it not an issue when we weren't here?
I mean, you would also know, apart from Astra, that this is the first time she's contacted her brother since she last saw him.
Like,
Technically,
Ashes
he
were there with,
contacted
the
her.
wheels turning in her head.
Possibly. But you've
This
been
is
pretty much in the same room with Atlas, bar her fetching tower, for like the considerable amount of time.
I'm just saying from
Also, that
What
time I
she has
fucked all
told
those
us-
prostitutes, but you know.
what she has told us of her parents and what they probably think of a group like us. I don't want to take any chances. Besides, we need new armor and weapons anyway.
Are you?
Well, I wanted armor anyway, so I'm going to go off and get it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fine, if it wasn't the prostitute book, then I'll come get plants with you.
All right.
I forgive you.
Stay with. I feel like maybe I'm the less threatening. I don't know.
It'll be fine.
That laugh doesn't fill me with confidence, but okay.
I'll go up to Cyrus and be like, so I saw that the guards were carrying these weird blasters with them. See if you could try this for me, and I'll hand you your crossbow back, and be like, see if you can try this for a blaster for me.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, and I'll go toddling off.
Puts the crossbow on my back. Vulgar, who the hell are
Anything,
we?
you let me know.
Sure. Not a fucking errand boy.
You are now, bitch.
All right. And as you all break off to go shopping, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Bye, bye.
Bye.